Alrighty then, my gamers, howdy. Alright, so yeah, what's in for tonight? We're a little late, or I guess perfectly on time actually. I thought we were late with all the colossal fuck-ups that happened on the way. But yeah, bounty hunters. Sunday, it's time to do these the usual show matches that we do. As usual, the name of the game tonight is Guilty Gear's Trial, and the format is going to be show match style, first to 7 wins matches, 7 of the kind of those as well. I'm your usual host Kyuke, joined today by the one and only Nagoriyuki aficionado prime, Altinit. Hello, hello.
Hi. Hi.
And luckily, we've got a couple of Nago matches tonight for your pleasure as well. One from the rookie bracket, as this will be, I believe, the first time Simppi is trying their hands at Nago. But we also have one match in the advanced bracket, a player who I've been dying to see more of after the convincing debut match that they had on Bounty Hunters. Phantomicious Nago. Don't think I've ever seen them play before seeing them on Bounty Hunters, but
if I remember correctly, they won the intermediate bracket very recently.
Yeah, and it definitely shows based on the last one. I think they. Wait, who was I'm trying to remember who they were playing against, but I'm drawing a blank. Too many matches to remember. But yeah, other than the Nago matches, we've got other goodies tonight as well. The top end of our roster is literally full of bangers. Other than the already mentioned match between Phantomicious and Lussu, we've got in the 5th slot Grandpa ZoKHiZ on Pot versus Thunder Kitty's Johnny, a classic old generation versus new generation match here. But also at the very end of the evening, a matchup you probably don't get to see very often, Bedman versus Asuka, those characters being piloted.
I'm really excited for that one.
Yeah, being piloted by Sylfie and zikradvd. Although I think we've actually seen this one on Bounty Hunters at least once, and in fact it was played by zikradvd that time. I have a faint recollection that that one might have been against High Will's bed, since I guess that's a
rings some bells.
It's a safe guess, because like a lot of huge portion of our matches, or our Bedman matches, are usually played by Will, one of the more active Bedman players. So yeah, but definitely Asuka, a character who is really exhilarating to watch and cast as well, if you're familiar with him, how he works. And if you're not, we're gonna try to walk you through the action as it's happening on the screen, as all the cubes are being thrown and the spells are cast. That's the latter half of our show, or the bottom portion of our card. But going back to the upper portion, we've got, let's see, in the slot 4, Scarlet Chrysalis Testament, a first-timer on Bounty Hunters, against a player who, just like Phantomicious, who did extremely well in their debut match on Bounty Hunters. Gusto Peliado, a Faust player who, if I recall correctly, I was really impressed by their ability to sort of follow up plays after throwing an item in like all the right ways, considering their skill level and everything. You often see stuff like that from most like the very top Faust players. But yeah, we'll see how it goes tonight. One opponent is never like the other, and Scarlet will definitely bring their own unique touch into the matchup. The matchup is interesting as well, because it's two characters capable of doing a lot of long-range stuff. In the 3rd slot, I originally had a colossal matchmaking mistake that ended up sort of fixing itself out, since we had to swap one player to another one, and we were able to find a replacement on a short notice. So joining well in the Zato matchup tonight will be DB. I think also first time on Bounty Hunters on a super short notice, but supposedly his players are quite familiar with each other and everything. And luckily so, because this is a long-range connection as well, so we were able to skip the connection test part of the whole shebang. Let's see. Okay, I think since we're drawing close to the go time, we should probably switch to, well, for one, we can display the player card, but we're gonna start rolling here in a second. Let me bring up all my stuff, because this is gonna be Freygarr random, just like we saw last week. And Freygarr was quite convincing on the random select, although I think Freygarr did high roll a little, got a lot of those top-end character picks. And I think this week we also upped the ante a little bit, so maybe
do you have the thing with the power levels? Because I don't have it.
Do you want me to send it to you?
Yeah, if you could.
Yeah, I'll of course pull it on stream, but actually it's the it's actually, if you look at the commentator's channel, it's the exactly same one that we used for Freygarr last week. The latest picture in there.
Very epic.
Yeah.
With the Potemkin here.
Yeah. That being, I think that's Freygar's main character. But yeah, let's start rolling so that we get this show on the road. Actually, tell Freygarr that we're gonna. Okay, so May is the first one, and I believe for Freygarr, we are doing the no duplicates setup this time around as well, just like last time. So every time you roll into something, it's gonna get removed from the pool. And May looks like, all right, we're starting.
It's in the please no tier.
Yeah, this time.
But I saw one of the please no characters last week, and it looked pretty convincing. So I'm not sure what this tier is supposed to represent.
Oh right, that was the exact one
I
thing.
think it was Milia.
Yeah. Yeah, especially the Milia looked like surprisingly strong, so I guess like Freygarr said that I guess I should move this Milia up a little, which we of course didn't have time to revise this week, but let's see how it's gonna go. So Taco.
Oh, that's a very explosive start.
Luckily no combo for Taco. If you get the full sequence, of course you're gonna lose more than half of your life no matter where you are in this game. What was that 5k? Footsies. Sim 5k is of course like very specifically matchup useful if you are trying to fight against certain characters who whiff punish you very easily.
Did it catch elk? Did Dolphin just catch elk? Oh, no.
More likely than you think. I think elk generally is a little slow against Dolphin, so you'd rather like to use normals if possible. Through the wall we go. Very low stamina, but we can compensate that. Oh, just runs into a throw. And now are we gonna get the pickup? No, not quite!
Oh, no pickup! Oh, but the TP punish.
I'm not sure. That's probably one of the things where Freygarr is like, alright, I am probably not the most confident with this character, realizing that there was a kill with that 100 meter, but not quite getting the full conversion. Oh, that's a big one.
5H whiff into a Dolphin counter. It was really, really strong.
There we go, Beak Driver. However, a little late on the cancel. Actually, I think that was a... Ooh, but here's a big counter hit. Damage opportunity. We should have a TP finisher here.
Nice.
And surely not missing this time either. Starting the Elk on plus frames. However, the distance from the Elk 1, Elk 2 is... Oh, got them with the Elk.
Ooh, oh, that's a hero burst. Yeah, that hit in a very weird way.
Ooh, going
nice.
I guess not going under that 2S, but with punishing it for sure into big numbers. Spending all the stamina, that's fine. Now once again, the air dash. Catching the Maribor, missing the TP this time around.
No. Okay, never stop, just go. Oh, but it's not enough to kill. Oh.
But stamina is pretty good though. Fall straight into the close slash. Slightly wrong combo rounds. Yeah, the please note here is definitely showing a little here for Freygarr. And the ending is gonna be that devious gazelle step from, I think it was that from Too Heavy? Was actually from without even using special moves.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah. Very sort of rare way to use that tool. Let's go into the roll once again. And Lady Luck is gonna serve us a Goat Lewis for the second match.
Can handle myself, okay. So I'm assuming Freygarr probably knows like basics.
Yeah, it should be a little bit better for sure than the starter match.
A bit stronger than basics actually, now that I'm looking at what the tiers actually say. Naga players cannot read, as many may know.
So not too...
This is almost Potemkin.
Yeah, not too bad of a matchup for Sin for sure, especially if you're fast on the anti-air reactions. Ooh, that's a big one. Being able to clear the security drone level 3 successfully is always a huge RPS win, because that security gauge takes quite a bit of time to come back. However,
that's a theory!
The behemoth! Security cancel as well! Is that enough? Not quite.
It's not quite enough.
Ooh,
surely it's not gonna clash. It's gonna clash!
And the funny thing is, Taco was smashing the follow-up there. This the 6 heavy to get more hits of the RTL, but turned into a 6 heavy and killed Freygarr. Got them up to 2 heavy. Very low stamina. Nice jump out. Wait! Freygarr doesn't though.
And I'll do it again. Nice. Okay, no stamina. Well, never mind.
Delaying the cancel between the hits. Going for the throw
nice
again.
Jump.
I think Freygarr is probably seeing a little bit of a pattern here. Once the stamina goes low, one of the most common ways to try to stall time is to go for a throw.
Speaking of throws.
Waiting for the burst, but not long enough. The trade. Taco has to be very careful here. They're completely high on resources, though.
That's a really big hit. Oh, there.
It gets a clean hit on top of that as well. Surely gonna kill. Sin is so dangerous. Like, even if you have 0 hit points left, 3 stamina and 100 meter is really obnoxious to fight against. Still got the close slash. Drops the combo, though. Wow, 5k there. Does make sense. It's one of the faster buttons. GoPlays usually has a problem of, ooh, the TKB, but probably a misinput, but works out this time.
Oh no! Hits Sin out of the 6k.
Demolition there, the 4/ starter. And Freygarr was ready with the right combo as well. Impressive. For the next one, we're gonna get Happy Chaos.
Gappy Chaos.
Yappy indeed.
Yappy Chaos. It's in the basics tier. Chaos can be a bit difficult, especially if you don't play him like actively.
Yeah, that's kind of what makes me sort of hesitate. Like, if you have in the basics tier characters like, you know, Asuka, Happy Chaos, maybe Bedman, a very like all of these non-standard characters, I'm always a little bit hesitant to like favor those as much as maybe some of the like standard characters. Although, I mean, it is the player's self-evaluation, so they would know. They would probably sort of take into account that, you know, like, it doesn't matter if the character is harder to play. It is at this skill level right now. Nice. Spends all the stamina.
Chaos is a bit fragile, so someone like Sin can probably eviscerate him pretty fast.
Yeah, for sure. Speaking of which, can't pick up this.
Speaking of eviscerating.
Yeah, it's like versus like very offensive oriented characters like they're all through the Elkhunt.
Passing each other like two ships in the night.
Yeah, it's funny because Elkhunt has always been like pseudo homing kind of a move. So like you would have to travel to your opponent before it activates. So like exchanges like this can definitely happen.
Has Freygarr had the gun out like once?
That's a good question.
Now that I'm thinking about it, I don't think I've seen the gun. Oh wait, there it is.
Or was that just a jump slash?
Yeah, I'm actually not sure. Now that I think about it, I don't know.
On the other
What was
hand,
the first one?
it's not like Freygarr got a whole lot of opportunities to attack either, and generally like unless you get some sort of advantage, you're probably not gonna take the gun out just like that. I mean, you could try to get some pot shots, but it's usually like you want the curse first, and maybe then you go for steady aim. That gives you like pretty decent odds of hitting your opponent, but that requires a little bit of whatchamacallit, like a little bit of space to make it happen. Ooh, look at this. Yep.
Let's go! Also in the basics tier, Nago also, I think, like, if you don't play him often, the blood management can be a bit much.
Yeah, is a character that's like difficult in different kinds of ways. Not necessarily like mechanically hard to pilot, but a lot of thinking will go into like routing and stuff like that on Nagoriyuki.
Mankind knew that they cannot change society. Duel 1.
You got a license for the Hotashi color?
Are we gonna pop
this
it?
looks like a Nago. This looks like a Nago. No burst, which can be a bit scary, but...
Oh, I like that. The backwards
Oh,
jump.
good. Beautiful too, okay, to stop the Elkhunt. Oh, but the bar is less quick.
Stamina burn, yeah, plus a lot. Far slash preventing Nago from pressing buttons until...
Oh no! Oh, I respect the idea, but it's a bit too slow. Oh, this is... you're going to pop, I'm sorry.
Although, did Taco notice?
Just... Are they looking at the screen? They are not looking at the screen!
The classic! And now all of that blood is gonna come back. Doesn't even matter, we're gonna slice with the level 4! Yeah, they often say that you, like, usually when the Nako is in the blood pop state, it's probably worth it to chill a little, because those are some full screen slices and they do a lot of damage. Ooh, speaking of damage!
Oh, I probably could have gotten a silver, but they were just a bit too far away. Oh no!
The stray DP. Catching the backdash. Yeah, good decision there, not pressing a button during the slowdown. DP works out.
Oh, I like the air stall idea. Nice. The DP to... Oh, you
Wait a minute. Does that have inbox?
It does, yeah, it does. It's involved.
The first time I see Blue Burst just getting powered through.
No. Oh, the far slash is way too slow, especially at that level.
Yeah, Nago one of those characters who has a very different kind of far slash.
Yeah, it serves a very different purpose as opposed to like most other far slashes.
Yeah, supposedly from those kind of ranges you would usually press like 5k.
Yeah, the 5k is basically a far slash in itself, and yeah, that's what happens. That's what happens if you end up in your fail state.
Yeah, that's what makes it so difficult to get that Nago on a just the basics tier. Alright, Taco picking up a little bit of steam here, but not too much yet. Oh, is it gonna be Sin Mirror next?
Oh, Sin Mirror? Yes! So Sin is in the can handle myself there, so not quite strong, but more than knowing the basics.
So this is actually interesting if I think about it, because usually I try to sort of balance these random matches when you play like a character lock player versus a random player. I try to balance them around like where the median for the random player is. So technically, if we consider this a median, like the mid tier, then this maybe should be even-ish. Maybe? We'll see. I guess we'll see.
Not mirror, or not all mirrors are 5-5.
I've heard these words once upon a time.
Once upon a time, he was spitting. Do you know spitting?
Walks over. Oh, no follow-up. I think Taco was out of stamina there. So good realization from Freygarr that there is going to be a punish to be had. This time, ooh, just follow the combo. Yep, that's a good DP. Too heavy, 2 minus on block to be able to, you know, be performed safely against DPs. You always have to cancel that into beat driver if you want to be super safe. Starting with the L count, no cancel of course, so minus a lot. And with the B&B combo, we should be going through the through the roof, through the wall. The L count a little too short. Went in with the neutral gazelle step, which is an interesting option. Using it again, that does cost 1 stamina.
Hydrogen baby versus hydrogen baby.
Both players going for the L count, but Taco was a little bit earlier there. This might actually drop. Yeah, a little bit late there.
Oh yeah, it drops. Oh no. Okay. Cashing in with the meter. Nice, good interrupt. Oh, it hit. Oh, I think it was a counter hit. Yeah.
All right, looks like Taco gets to keep his I guess pride in a certain way, not losing against the mirror match against the random player.
So what's next?
Looks like it's gonna be another explosive character in the form of
And
Abba.
this isn't a strong pair.
And this is also, yeah, this is the first strong random of the evening. So what's about to happen eventually. Now, hopefully, you would hope that this tier is the tier that, you know, brings home the bread and delivers for Freygarr.
I'm not too sure how this matchup goes. I'd imagine it can be pretty annoying for Abba to deal with Sin's buttons if she doesn't get to install.
Yeah, theoretically, if you go pop, this is a nightmare matchup for Abba. It's really hard to approach Sin if Sin chooses to not take any risks. If you just lay it out and be super patient.
Yeah, I guess it's pretty much the same with most characters with like huge buttons that can keep Abba locked down in neutral and not let her install.
But now it's go time, full jelly.
It's go time.
Nice air to air. It's still going. Can we get the wall stick? Yes, indeed. No refund there on the jelly, but this is still a good 4 seconds left. Can't get a refund
It's looking
here.
pretty strong. Nice. Oh, not quite enough. Oh, but you can just install again and 2H.
Yeah.
That is a 2H, right?
Yeah, other than like getting just a complete refund during a combo, that's the second best thing, that you at least get your refund on the jelly that you used during that combo. Went for bar slash, no anti-air here. The Elephant catching the backdash. The backdash is quite weak on the normal state. Extremely powerful on the Jealous Rage though.
Okay, out of stamina.
Nice, that was the punish.
Not out of options.
No follow-up on that. Ooh, interesting side swap. Swinging the pipe. Oh, okay.
Nice.
Interesting PRC shenanigans getting the throw. However, Taco ready to press those buttons. Burst as well. Ooh, it's a big one. Not quite managing to transform into the Jealous Rage state. And with all of those resources, should be a cakewalk for Taco to get the round there. Going under the 5 heavy, ready to spend the meter. Ooh, the TP whips. Interesting. That doesn't happen very often. Missing the meter timing. Big opportunity here. Using FD, making the hoop stomp whiff. Small combo drops, or maybe, as they call them, resets. Through the ball, very little life for Freygarr, but has 50 meter and has, most importantly, a little bit of Jealous Rage in the tank. Has to burst immediately, gets it off. Now time to mix it up. You gotta make this count. Forced to still block the downside. It's a close slash anti-air. Can we get the uninstall? Well, I guess it forcefully uninstalls. And then I guess because like there is a little bit of...
Nice. Okay, Dar Super locked them down. Oh, it actually hits. Oh, did they press? Nice!
No. Okay, good. So Freygarr not only had the foresight to know how to punish this, but also was tapping the FD there just in case it was too low. And to get chipped out. Good stuff. Literally down to the wire with that one. And that was a really important round for Freygarr as well. If he just lets Taco run away with the momentum, it's gonna get really hard from here on out. Dizzy is the next one.
Basics tier. Many are saying that she is the worst character in the game currently, so might be rough.
Definitely the character that is the, I think, most in need of quality of life changes. As like many Guilty Gear Strive DLC characters tend to be.
I think she has some strong stuff. It's like maybe like tune her tools a little bit, and she might actually be like pretty good.
Yeah, one thing that she does not lack is damage. As you can see, Freygarr doing like half of Taco's life on one combo. Ooh, caught them airborne.
Wait, what did it actually hit?
It's a good burst timing there.
Air fireball.
Those chestnuts, the fire, these. Oh, that's a big counter hit.
Nice.
Now, like if Taco had any extra health left there, that would have been probably a combo video kind of stuff. A little bit of risk and too heavy counter hit.
Okay, Ice Floor is up. Oh, the OTG.
Once again, Elkan catching the backdash. Into the corner you go. We are low stamina here.
Nice. Chestnut's putting in a lot of work.
Yeah, even though it has been nerfed. Ooh, nice use of FD once again. The move stun makes it whiff. Taco with so many resources. Ooh, overextends a little. No super there at the end of the combo.
Ah, catches Michael Sword out of startup.
Ooh, interesting run start.
That's... It's hitting out of places I'm not expecting.
Hit here, this should take it to the corner. Once again, ready to spend all the stamina.
Oh. Okay, get burst into corner. This might be scary. Oh, that's a big hit.
Alright, gonna work out. And let's see, this doesn't give Dizzy too good of a position. But I mean, she's a character who has her summons and has a lot of long-range tools. However,
this has to kill. Oh no! Drops it! Oh, never mind.
Happy little accident is like, you gotta be really, like, you have to be ready to punish that. If you see the too heavy drop as an OTG, you have to be pressing buttons pretty fast. You wanna keep Sin from pressing afterwards. But another one for Taco.
The gap is getting bigger. And we have... That's just barely on Angie's side, which is also a strong.
Gotta win earlier with that ABBA. So now, no reason to expect that this tier would perform any worse, right? Of course, they're perfectly in line with each other.
Once again, I'm not too sure how this matchup goes, but it sounds on paper like Speed is probably going to be very annoying with Sin's tools.
Yeah, Sin definitely won't be able to, like, as long as you can use the Gorilla Spin, Sin can't get like too much value out of being the character who hits further away.
We've got him.
So very RPS heavy matchup all in all.
Yeah.
No stamina left in the tank. And...
Ah, nice troll.
Stamina there, which you can substitute for the... Sorry, tension in the tank, which you can substitute for the stamina. Got them with the 2k on the way down. That's a very non-standard option. Usually we'd press a button that reaches really high up or go for an air throw. But I mean, if you have a low profiling option, that can definitely work too, I guess.
Oh. Oh, nice.
Fighting with the jump D, and Freygarr slightly struggling getting these hits in, or perhaps has been able to get a couple of starters, but Taco always has like a combo breaker ready to go.
Early.
So much meter. Do we get the super? Yes, indeed. All right, drawing closer to that 7 points. Taco, even with all the little mishaps and drops, turning those into happy little accidents, as they say. That's like one of the, in my opinion, one of the like strongest aspects of, you know, how a particular player performs. Whenever, like, nobody can avoid drops. So whenever you get the drop, you gotta have the ability to just follow it up like nothing happened. And the next one is gonna land on Bridget, who is in the middle of the bunch. On paper, this is probably one of Sin's best matchups and consequently one of Bridget's worst matchups. And also Bridget has a little bit of that, you know, non-standard feeling to her. Has the yo-yo set, which you can sort of use to transitioning to the rolling movement and do a lot of fun stuff like that. But again, if you don't play her very often, it could be a little hard to utilize. We'll see. Setting up right away. What she does have is really long range, and although Sin has really good hard-hitting call-outs against a lot of stuff, like yo-yo sets, her standing pokes, a lot of them can be low-profiled by Elkund. But if you use your 2S as Bridget to its full extent, you can try to sort of level the playing field.
I'd also imagine having a DP helps a lot in trying to escape Bridget's pressure.
Yeah, for sure. To
Nice
be knocked down into the overhead. Oh, interesting. Didn't get the cleanest
Speaking
hit.
of DPs. Speaking of DPs.
Ooh, that was a dangerous whip there. Damn, it was... The keys to taking that round was definitely on Freygar's side there. But wasn't able to quite get the optimal punish on the DP with at the end. Now with the throw once again, what's the setup? Jump, dashing into another one. Freygarr has been moderately vigilant with breaking those throws. Yeah, probably had to burst there.
Oh, this is gonna trick. Nice.
Pick up from that 6 heavy, that's a full conversion as well.
Oh, I think this is going to hit. Oh no! Gets the block in time. Nice.
The RTL situation was really weird because like the RTL connected while Freygarr was in the air, so that was not a punish situation. Uh-oh, it's a close slash starter. However, Taco has gone for that like 2 heavy into Elk quite a bit, which usually is gonna overshoot and switch sides.
Nice, gets the wall break.
Freygarr had the right option there, but the timing was not quite there. Approaching from the air. And we finish the combo, running out of stamina mid-combo here. DP works from Freygarr. Life situation is equal. Too heavy, anti-air, however, no follow-up again. Anything is good. Send to Roger. Plus frames, however, Taco presses a button.
Nice! Fine state.
Great defensive movement there at the end. It's a very common kind of maneuver for many characters, like jump backwards or instant air dash backwards and press one of your far-reaching buttons and hope that they shove themselves into that button. Freygarr still alive.
Let's see. Okay, we got Elephant.
Another good one.
Again, strong tier. The more characters we go through, the better chance we have to hit the strong characters. Or maybe even Potemkin. Haven't seen the Potemkin yet.
Yeah, the Potemkin is definitely still in the back, which supposedly would be like a almost guaranteed win for Freygarr.
Duel 1.
But yeah, the primary woe for Elfo in this matchup is, of course, that you are playing versus a DP character, and if the opponent Sin is DPing very aggressively, it's really hard to get your Rekka sequence started, which is the primary mix-up tool that you'd like to use as much as possible. Oh, the grenade is actually pretty decent, because he puts Elfo airborne and leaves the grenade on the ground.
Very funky trade. Nice, good jump, but oh! And here we go.
Alright, what you gonna do, Taco? Take the cross up and
What
dive!
can you do? What can you do?
Yeah, there's really nothing you can do in that situation other than just
It's
guess
a
right.
horrible situation, and it loops back into itself when she eventually gets the positive bonus 50 meter.
Yeah, it's definitely really nasty kind of situation when you get it to loop. 5k anti-air.
Nice.
5k to return the favor from Freygarr.
Nice, good combo. Oh, but gets bursted into the corner, but oh no! Slides into the corner themselves.
We still have enough mana or
Yeah.
stamina for the bot belt.
What are you going to do with the stamina when... Oh!
It's like you kind of would like to RTL here with your 100 meter, but you still have to take into account that she might actually cross you up with that grenade and your input might not hit the mark. And I bet that was exactly what happened there, because like Sin players definitely can't resist pressing the RTL when you have 100
It's a
meter.
pretty good super. I would press it.
Yeah, it works definitely well in tandem with... Venom is gonna be the next one. What is that?
Venom in the basics tier.
Venom is kind of like the character that I've missed the most, because I had a little bit of a hiatus when he got released.
Yeah. He's very zoning focused, I'd say. Okay, I guess it kind of depends on the character, but like playing only Nago, I've only ever seen the zoning aspect. I think he can also run mix. Sometimes get you with the command grab, which I think does the most damage out of all of his things. Like the command grab combos.
Yeah, if you manage to set it up properly with all the balls.
But yeah, I'd imagine against Sin the zoning aspect is going to be a bit harder. Because yeah, he can come in way faster than Nago does.
Yeah, you have to cover the right angles. It's going for the command grab.
Ah!
Push them in the corner. Although getting an accidental side switch, I reckon.
Okay, no stamina, but oh, spends the meter.
Yeah, that's usually the answer you want to go for if you don't have stamina there, but Taco was a little far away. Gets to switch sides here, apparently.
Nice, good jumping.
Oh, that could be it. Yeah, I think Venom is one of the lower defense modifier characters.
Yeah. Yeah, he has guts 1 if I remember correctly, and then his def mod was definitely above 1. So basic zoner HP, I think it's pretty much the same what he had in Exode.
Got the jump in, and I think Venom has pretty decent ones at that. Oh, used the 5 to vacuum, but the wrong follow-up. Cut them in the air with a close slash. Small dropped combo though, or perhaps a reset into another one. Can we convert this
This is
one?
really scary. No super.
Last chance for Freygarr.
Oh, I think, yeah, that was super startup.
Is it close enough? Yes, indeed. The R2 will be able to power through.
Oh,
I think if Freygarr had health here, I think the RTL might actually trade into that Dark Angel. However, because it was so low, the round would just end immediately and you wouldn't see the sort of the conclusion of that trade. I'm pretty sure how that works. Could be wrong though, but that will be 7 for Taco. Freygarr still had a pretty decent attempt at a comeback towards the end there. A little rocky start, but good stuff nonetheless. We're gonna be moving on to our first Nago matchup of the evening.
Well,
Simppi as the pilot.
technically we already had one.
Oh yeah. We didn't have one from the random.
Guys, it's not letting me leave. Oh, oh, never mind. Okay, so Raph versus Simppi. Faust versus Nago. I think this is like, I want to say from a Nago's perspective, it's even at worst. And I know there are Nagos who are going to disagree with me. I don't care. I don't think it's that bad. But it's like one of those matchups where, like, it can be very difficult, but it's not bad.
It's like if I had to take a guess, it's like a matchup that forces you to sometimes approach the matchup differently than you would most of the time, which can create difficulty.
Definitely.
It's like a very common feature in fighting games, and a lot of people do tend to sort of interpret that as, you know, that's disadvantageous for me. I can't just do my stuff.
Yeah, Nago has a few of those. I think Geo has historically been one of those where you need to play it differently. It might be a bit worse these days with Geo being really good and Nago getting a bunch of different changes that affect it maybe negatively. But yeah, Nago has a few matchups where you just need to play different compared to everything else, and a lot of people interpret that as, okay, so it's bad. It's not bad, you just need to play different. I think Faust is one of those. Handsome man alert.
So what's like the worst case scenario that could happen to Nago? Is High Blood, like, how good is that?
High Blood, neutral, and Faust is hanging out in full screen and throwing items. You're left to trying to guess with 5H, 2H, stuff like that. Hoping you find a hit.
Yeah.
And it's like you cannot really find your way through the items. It's hard to navigate to neutral when you don't have any blood left for Fukios or anything else.
Yeah, I can imagine. It's like a horrible scenario if Faust can just freely throw a couple of items and try to roll into a good one to win the neutral with.
Yeah, if you don't have any blood to spend, it's very hard to stop Faust from throwing items, and then you're just having to to defend against more items. Oh, super. Okay. I don't think they pressed. Yeah, no. But too far away to punish. Oh, chip damage.
The way, because Raph got like a bomb from that super item throw super, and then realized, okay, I can teleport here to the other side, and Simppi will be basically forced to block that bomb as a result. That was really great.
Yeah, that's also a situation where, like, if you don't know what you have to do, it's gonna feel very oppressive. Because it's either 6P or DP, and the other one is blood dependent, and 6P is distance dependent, I think.
Connected that.
Nice! Beautiful! It's not gonna kill, but it's gonna get you an hard knock now.
100 meter in the tank for Raph. It's looking like Simppi is connecting those jump-ins very high up in the air, so might not produce like maximum amount of...
Fucking Cartoon ass div.
Looks like I think I forgot to put the room in rematch, so let's do it here.
Oopsie whoopsie. The bonk finish, so true. Looney Tunes ass, so true.
Alright, Raph, 1 game up.
But yeah, I think this can be a hard matchup if you, as Nago, don't necessarily know what you're supposed to be doing on defense, especially. But like, if you get hits in, then Faust can melt down pretty fast.
Yeah, he's basically a zero guts character.
Nice. Oh. Oh, this is... Oh, you're gonna pop.
Right, hoping to go for the command grab and the mix-up. It's actually a pretty decent option because that wastes a lot of time, basically able to cash out the whole Blood Rage during that animation. Ooh, they're saving grace, perhaps. We can go for a lot of special moves.
Oh no, you cannot combo from that anymore, even with RC. Nice! Find the bite.
Yeah, that really goes to show that like one blood-sucking universe can be the momentum changer that gets you, like, lets you steal the round back.
Also, one thing you have to keep in mind as Nago is that like your Far Slash and 5K are both really good buttons. They do nothing here because Faust can just crawl under them. Not necessarily even crawl, he can just crouch under them in some cases.
The curse of Faust. We'll try to go for the blood-sucking universe, but...
Oh, that's a big hit.
We'll be able to cash in the trumpet at the end there. Chip? Question mark?
I'm pretty sure it was a chip kill.
Started with a
6-8 rounds are very brave.
Got the horde as well. Ooh, the little delay there from 5P to 5 heavy. However, Simppi had the burst ready to go. Raph could use ZoKHiZ as well. He'll do so in order to get out of the corner.
Nice. It's such a long button.
Just barely missing with that 6 heavy. Damn, Faust stays airborne so long from so many of these moves that even the clone just ends up whipping.
Oh no! Oh, finds the Far Slash.
We have blood. Now time to burn it. That should be yes. Going to 6 heavy as Simppi. Just barely
pretty scary with that 100 meter, but hey, if it works.
Literally 1 hit point left and gets it.
Pixel in a dream.
But I mean, if there is a character who makes these like sick comebacks happen, it's probably Nago. With that fresh blood bar as well of the pop.
Oh, the mini Faust.
With the Far Slash, Raph still not ready to go into the corner. 2K beating that 6 heavy. Did not hit the button though.
No.
Oh, lucky though, getting knocked out of that, the super by the banana peel, so Raph didn't get a punish.
The banana peel might have actually been a saving grace. Oh, you're gonna pop. No punish.
Once again.
Oh, that's -1,000,000.
Great awareness there from Raph as well. A lot of those standing pokes, Far Slashes, 5 heavies, really slow on recovery, so can always jump over if you have a hunch. Anti-air, no pickup though. Simply pushing Raph towards the corner.
-11, but no punish. Oh, this should hit. This should hit. Oh, it's sour spots and the bag doesn't go away.
Right, so if you got a clean hit, it would have just locked the opponent into the animation, right?
Yeah.
Another even life situation again, going under was with the 2K just low profiling. Faust has so many things to low profile those standing pokes, like you said. Okay, I guess that's okay-ish. This is a punish though, right?
I respect it. I respect it. No punish, but well.
It's kind of deceptive. The Plot Pop Super can leave the opponent full screen, but the thing is, it's so minus that even if you are literally on the other side of the screen, you usually have time to like dash at Nago and still get a punish, right?
Yeah, it's pretty slow to recover. But
and the curse of low profiles, the bane of Simppi here. Be very careful with the blood. I know you're itching to press those blood burners.
Nice. He had the right idea, but didn't press the button. But like one thing Nago can do to counterplay love is to hook you under it and then catch falls from the landing.
Yeah, so Simppi had the exact right idea, but just not enough blood to follow through.
Okay, I think he might have been able to even just press a close slash and it would have worked. Kind of depends the distance or like the spacing and the height Foss is doing it from.
Overhead into fishing pole. Missed the golf clap. Can he get out of the bomb in time? Just barely // moving Nago forward far enough. And now what are we gonna do with that 100 meter? Reversal maybe?
I think I saw 6H start up.
One more DP could be it, or OTG!
Oh, 6H OTG probably would have killed. Oh, the power slash!
Wait, is that is actually a punish? Okay.
At blood it might be, because at blood level 3 it's 12 frames, which is about as fast as his 6P. Oh, the power slash actually hits. Oh, that's a lot of blood back.
One thing that far slash definitely has is range.
It is slow and fully jointed. Outside from Blood Rage, in Blood Rage you can see the slightest bit of disjoint at the tip. Nice. But yeah, it's a very different. Cool guys, now look at the explosions. It's a very different far slash when you compare it to all the other far slashes, but it's very good at what it does. And I think it would be broken if it was any faster or disjointed. Oh, it just flies right into the command grab. Oh no.
How did Raph have that idea? Ended up working though.
If it works, it works. Nice. I think that was supposed to be bite. I'm gonna be real.
Do it again.
Finds the bite this time. Oh no. Oh, never mind.
Able to recover in time from that command grab. And now Simppi with a decent life lead and a full blood bar.
No. Oh no. Oh, is this? I don't think they pressed right. Oh, never mind.
That would have been a saving grace because Simppi was using a lot of special moves towards the end, so might have been in a pop situation.
Oh, it's a bit too slow to reach cost. Wow.
That seems really good because the 6 heavy from Raph has been beating that clone from Nago to Yuki so many times now.
Okay. Oh no. Focus straight into the first. Oh, the meteors. Oh, the meteors.
There was a lot of different ways that you could have played that. Just take the guard crush or try to go for the left-right mix-up using teleport. Backed by banana peel.
Oh no!
Slip and slide and that blood is gonna be gone until...
See, that was the situation where normally you would use either DP or 6P, but far slash is the same startup as 6P at that point, and it probably has better range too, so... That was a lot of bombs. Oh, was it only one bomb? It looked like it was like 2 bombs.
Once again, a 2 heavy, the 6 heavy, all the heavy buttons working out for Rob.
Whoop into there!
No punish for you.
Pellet kaupungilla.
I think that was actually landing recovery. Because like...
yeah, it might have been. Nice! Oh, it goes into the sour spot, but... Nice,
Would 600
what's
be
it?
enough?
Into 6-8. Oh no, it's too scaled. It's too scaled. Far slash scales so much.
Spend the blood.
Nice.
Yes, like that.
There we go.
Yeah, definitely. It's like in that situation, you have your full blood bar. It's go time. Press that clone. Try to get in there. Spend it all. This time the clone got there in time. And oh, that's a lot of blood.
That's so much blood. Oh, it actually combos into the top. No pickup, but it's fine. No punish either.
Alright, not even having to block the land bag.
Does it work?
It's super close to killing, actually.
Not quite, but close.
So with that, gonna
Yeah,
have
not a
so
bad
much
pop.
blood.
That's probably like one of the best pops you could do. Oh, the far slash. I'm not sure if that was a case of if Faust did an FD or if they just pressed the button. Nice, fancy bite.
Ooh, that actually works
Nice.
out. And now we got such a massive life lead that
Oh, the mix.
you hit confirm.
I swear, with God as my witness, that was supposed to be just a super. But they got far slash into super from mashing.
Guessing the super is done with the S button.
It is done with the S button.
But hey, we take these fun little incidents in the industry. Even better. Just close
As long
slash
as it
plus
works.
super better than just the super.
True.
Or far slash was it, either way.
Oh, the hammer. Again. Oh no. Oh no, wait.
I mean, honestly, is there I guess that's like what you would try to do. Like if the opponent misses their punish, you're gonna get the super. Oh, the banana peel makes Simppi miss the combo.
Oh, puts themselves back into the corner. No, it doesn't combo anymore, even with RC. Nice. Oh, misses the re-stick. I'm pretty sure 6H would have reached, but oh no.
There's a teleport there, huh?
Oh, goes under 5H.
Lies open again.
Oh, I wasn't expecting that fully green after all. Who died? Oh, Faust died, okay. No, not Faust, Naga died.
I think that would have been a pretty decent idea if Faust threw like any other item than Hammer there. Hammer is like generally the biggest combo breaker. Once it's thrown, it's just gonna come down and you can't do really anything about it. It's gonna bounce as well on the ground. Wasn't necessarily the item that you were looking for, but Raph still finding the hit. Good spacing on the 2K.
Nice, skip blocks.
That might actually save Simppi, unless this whips.
Maybe.
No, locks into the animation. That was a lot of blood that Simppi used prior to this super. So would it offset?
But that's more blood. Oh well, we may never know. I think he might have popped. I'm gonna be honest.
It was a good idea though. I really wanted to see if the last, like, if that was perfect calculation, perfect math there for Simppi, or if it was an actual pop.
Nice. The Beyblade whiff into Closer's entire Eternal Classic.
But yeah, basically the idea is that when you burn blood, it gets applied on your blood gauge like twice as fast as the blood relieving things.
Yeah.
So therefore, if you spend too much, you're usually still gonna pop.
Like now. See it,
This is one of the most infuriating things about Faust for Faust players. Sometimes, even if you throw a seemingly good item, it's just the wrong time to throw that item, and it just completely griefs your game plan.
But yeah, the gain from specials happens over 3 seconds, and the drain happens over 6. So it is very easy to spend too fast, even if you just had a super or a bite. Oh well, bite is always the same amount. Basically empties your whole bar in 2 seconds. But like for example, you do the whole bar / string. That's a drain over 6 seconds. And if you spend too much during that time, you're just going to pop. I am surprised that explosion didn't hit.
Yeah, we were talking about the Fukyo forward in that situation, but apparently the Beyblade does move you forward quite fast as well.
As long as it works.
Right, not wanting to stay in the corner. There we go, both players have spent their burst in order to keep the opponent in this exact position. Is that a pop?
Oh, the bar slash! It's a pop, it's a pop! Once again. No! Why did you stop? No!
Might be a little bit of a gap in the knowledge
There's
of
nothing to
Raph.
fear. Okay, well, it worked out in the end.
Yeah, it's definitely a small knowledge gap that Simppi is getting away with. It's like it does look like there's just not enough time, but you have to believe that there is. That hammer, once again, even if Simppi got the normal off, it would have collided with the hammer. It's blood being spent. Still safe though.
Not even close. Nice, finds the jumpers.
Ooh, that's gonna help a lot. And now go time, yeah. Raph knows I don't wanna stay here.
Oh.
Super immediately.
Oh, it whips.
There we go. Skip to the other side.
No,
Use the
that's
forward moving special moves. But now Simppi has no block to use any of those special moves. Not even a Fukyo is.
Oh well, you can, but
It better hit, or better yet, you better know that you can deal enough damage to knock them down before it's, you know.
bit too slow this time. You can interrupt it fast enough that the bump back doesn't come out, but if you're too slow, then it still comes out and you usually get interrupted out of your own button. So you don't get the combo. Nice.
Is it go time? Is it mix-up time?
It's not mix-up time. Maybe now? Oh.
Yeah, Raph is clearly trying to sort of space it all out. Nice bar slash. Space it all out when blood is available at a safe distance. Like if you're on the other side of the screen, even like clone Fukyo is gonna be kind of dangerous.
100-meter item super and a meteor.
Pretty decent chance that you're gonna throw something good. And that would basically be Raph taking the lead for the first time in this set, at least for a long while.
Duel 1. Let's rock.
Once again, starting with the love bag, evading the clone. Like every one of those blood burns that you're able to either beat or evade is a huge RPS win for you. Yeah, I'm already starting to see like why this is like frustrating for Nago, because like all of the characters that I play, I don't have anything like this. How do you beat a blood burn? That's absurd to me. But I guess some characters can. It's a completely foreign concept that any one of your tools could just like that beat a Beyblade or beat a clone Fukyo.
Oh.
And again.
Again, it keeps happening.
And I guess the solution is to just be patient, but I mean, when you have a little bit of blood open, Nago players might feel like it's go time. Like at least Simppi if it does.
Nice, gets a punish. It is very minus. You shouldn't let them get away with it.
Nice far range hit. Getting decent amount of blood back from that. That's a counter hit.
No. Oh.
This will work out though.
This will work out.
Simppi has been pretty good at transitioning into those like interrupting supers as soon as they drop a sequence, or maybe I'm not sure if it's supposed to be a super at the end of the combo sequence.
Oh no! Jump straight into the horde. Oh, again, this keeps happening. It's been happening so many times.
That is an absurd button for Faust.
That's pretty good.
And it's an overhead as well, so like you do have to adjust where you're blocking.
Yeah. Oh.
Fukyo picks up the horn on the way out as well.
Oh. No, 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 no. Oh, but... Oh, you didn't realize. He's gonna pop. Ah. Goes over the far slash.
Yeah, makes sense. Simppi has been using that far slash quite a bit. In fact, so I don't think I've seen Simppi use 5 heavy like a single time. Is that like a matchup?
I saw him use it once, like in the very first match. They used it around start. I don't think I've seen it after that. It can work. It can work, but also I think under specific distances, Faust can dodge it by crawling. Or, well, you know, it's pretty slow. Like, Faust can probably also dodge it by jumping and then coming in with a button or with an air dash.
Gonna pop here though.
But it's a lot of it is distance dependent. Oh no, no, no punish! Get thrown! Oh no!
As we say in the industry, we'll take those.
We'll take those. Of course, over the 2P with Beyblade, that's actually kind of nasty.
Yeah, once again, from the -2 goes into the jump 2K and the 6K.
Again?
There we go. This time able to interrupt the item throw, or the item did go off.
Oh no 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 no!
That should be a kill if you don't miss it.
Yes, it's a kill.
Raph on set point here. Once again, starting with the 2P, the fastest round start option for Faust.
The meteors are coming! The meteors are coming! Nice. Good hit. Oh! Oh yeah, this is gonna hit. ERC to gold burst. What you think about?
Cut them with the low.
Nice. The most basic of mix-up options out of far slash. But nothing wrong with the basics.
Counter hit, no pick up.
Oh.
So
No
close to
pop.
popping. Any hit.
Oh, never mind. Oh, there we go.
So Simppi had a really nice early portion of the set, was even in the lead for quite a long while in the set, but in the end, Raph did get that tail end bonus amount of momentum and able to get the 7 points before Simppi. Decent adjustments.
Yeah, it's a hard matchup if you're not in on the know. I think there's a lot of things you have to know as the Nago when you're playing against Faust, and if you don't know those, it's gonna feel unwinnable.
I'm still a little bit puzzled. Is there like, is there like, is far slash strictly better to hit than 5 heavy? Like whenever you're at a spacing where you would hit one of those buttons, is far slash like always better than hitting
5H no longer grants you pretty much anything due to them taking away the special cancels. So most of the time well, it does a ton of damage, but most of the time when it hits, even if it's a counter hit, if you don't have meter, you're only gonna get a hard knockdown into maybe Fukyo, into Oki, if you happen to be close enough.
Gotcha.
But Faust is pretty fragile, so it's gonna be a lot of damage if you do hit it.
I guess I forgot to confirm with DB, like if the matchup or the time slot was okay. But yeah, since this is a quick switch arena on a short notice, it will indeed not be Ren playing against Whale, but a DB. And that would be Zato versus Happy Chaos. And supposedly these two players do and have played each other on, you know, on a decently, decently often.
Mhm.
There was a couple of different options that DP could play. I think the Johnny was the strongest option, which usually ends up DP taking it. So we chose to instead go with the Happy Chaos option.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Johnny is her main, so...
Definitely another one of those, another one of those mixed matchups that I'm not quite sure how it actually goes, especially since there are so few Zato players available at the moment. It's like, it's probably like, I'm especially like interested, how does Curse Ball interact with a lot of Zato stuff? Because like it usually goes through everything and it just does not interact with like pretty much anything. So I assume it would go through Oppose as well.
Yeah, true.
I like to sort of call out curses and just backdashes in general. You would usually have to try to intercept Happy Chaos, and what is Zato gonna do? Like, it's not exactly like the most offensive oriented or fastest moving forward character in the cast. I think we got well on the way. And this is
It's like they were boarding.
decently high level match. Of course, the sort of the blunder that I initially made was with Wells' matchmaking rating, because I initially, like, I'm not sure what kind of brain fart I had, but I had marked Well down as like way lower skill level than they actually are.
I mean, it happens, especially because like you do all of this stuff manually, so...
Yeah, looking at the, like, checking one wrong column or inputting like one character wrong in rating update or clicking one wrong thing, and you got yourself a a bit of misinformation going on.
Me spreading misinformation online.
Yeah, but Well has been fighting the likes of Radoon, as well as, who's their other opponent? Let me check. It actually, we was Rage Wolf, and did pretty decent in both of those matchups. So that already like puts you in a certain kind of skill range, if you know the sort of general power level of those two players. Radoon is like our bounty hunters certified gatekeeper. He's like very stable sort of pillar of being at a very particular place in the sort of knocking order or the hierarchy. So it's like, if I have anybody play against Radoon, I'm gonna be able to tell in the future their skill level almost perfectly, because I know Radoon so well. Apparently taking a couple of extra moments to boot up, which is normal with our fair little game
moment. The cables are long today.
Cables are extremely long from Japan to Europe.
True.
I mean, that's like, I think that's the core of the issue for things like why you have to handshake with the server for so long. Like if you remember
it used to be so much worse.
Yeah, if you were around at the start of the Guilty Gear Strive era, it took ages, which is the reason is because you make like hundreds of small handshakes with the server, and of course if one handshake if the interval between that handshake extends even a little, then that means every single handshake is gonna extend by about that much. And it's like it's really weird. It like, so here's how I think Arc System Works think. They are a very Japanese company. They're very comfortable like creating games for the Japanese people. Their architecture usually works in Japan perfectly. But then when you sort of transfer it overseas, there seems to be problems here and there because they don't necessarily take all things into account when, you know, coding and designing their games.
Telling the kids about the Totsugeki mod like Mr. Krabs telling scary stories around the campfire.
But I mean, of course, a lot of us have been around for a very long time. We know Arc System Works, and even though there's a lot of things to complain from time to time, we often do complain with that undertone of whatchamacallit. It's like when you've been married for 50 years.
Do we have games? Oh, we have video games. Let's go. I'm putting the prediction up, chat. You can go gamble your life saving.
Alright, DB and well. Pretty excited to see the ZoKHiZ
Pretty
gameplay.
Interesting matchup.
It's like if I have to name one character out of who I don't really see matchups very often, it has to be ZoKHiZ. It's like one of the hardest nerfed characters of the sort of the, not the franchise, but definitely Guilty Gear Strive. I mean, ZoKHiZ in a lot of Guilty Gear games have made sort of a transition from top tier to bottom tiers. Like Xrd had the same thing as well.
Yeah, time is a flat circle.
Got them in the juggle. This is a particularly annoying kind of situation. Like, even if Happy Chaos is not willing to break the wall when you're like stuck to the wall really high up, it's really hard to get out of there. Because like they're gonna be shooting you as soon as you recover out of the wall, unless you tech forward. I'm not sure. Can you even tech forward when you're slumped that high? I'm sure. Ooh, the chase though! That's what we were talking about earlier. The curse ball is basically a makeshift backdash. Got the curse out of concentration.
Here comes the Amago.
That does go full screen. Oh. It's interesting utility with that super. Got the roll mix up, immediate burst into the corner. Probably the best thing you can do here.
Here it comes. Nice, had the time to put the gun away. Oh, but still gets hit.
I wonder if you do take the shot here. Alright, we're still good.
Oh, we're still good. I did see Whale say in the Discord chat that apparently it had shown a pretty high MS in the match confirm screen. So I hope it's playable.
It is a long distance match after all. The 6P actually works there. Nice interception with the jump B.
Finds a way out of the corner.
And the curse is big. I think if the curse is applied, then is it true that steady aim always hits its mark?
I'm pretty sure it does, yeah. Oh, nice.
Which would be like the only instance ever where Happy Chaos can just like hip shoot immediately. Like, I mean, technically it's not a hip shoot because you are taking the steady aim stance.
And they should kill. Yes. And it's pretty interesting because both characters can have pretty oppressive pressure and neither of them have any other defensive tools other than the universal mechanics and whatever other they may have at their disposal. But no reversals, no nothing.
And both kind of have to eventually give away some amount of momentum because you have to manage your resources, like especially Zato. Of course, with Zato, it's very apparent, but it does happen to Happy Chaos as well.
Okay, no bullets, no. Well, okay, now there's concentration. Nice, good hit.
We pressing and we comboing. Is that not quite the kill?
Not quite enough, but oh, the JP hits.
The angle was actually good enough. I think DB tried to hit some sort of an anti-air there, but the jump B hitbox was still good enough. Very early ran out of concentration, although it does come back pretty fast as well. In fact, I think the concentration recovery gauge gets a little bit of a buff if you go bust. So it's kind of like, all right, here's a little help for you, dumbass, for mismanaging your resources.
Not quite enough kill, but this will get the hard knockdown. Yeah, that's a good play, I suppose.
Got the left right, and then once again can go from below with the roll or above with that the Goomba stomp.
Yeah, the sandwich pressure can be pretty scary.
It's understandable that the sandwich with the puppet is perhaps a little bit more oppressive than what Happy Chaos can do to you because it's so time sensitive and time limited.
Nice, gets caught by the roll.
Was able to put the gun away just before going bust there. Yeah, this is the tricky thing, because like usually fast characters are really good against Happy Chaos. The faster you run forward, the better you can call out the bluffs, if you will, if Happy Chaos tries to like go for resource recharge.
Here comes the Amorphous. Oh,
no, there was a 2P
the
there.
button. I think it was a 2P startup. Very unfortunate. Nice, jumps the curse, but not the second one. Good man.
Big one. And now it's time to call the Eddie. Nice unsummon as well. Those are basically like, those are huge. If you can get those unsummons during your sequences, your gauge comes back really, really fast. So it's definitely in your best interest to try to get those out as often as possible. Once again, takes out the gun here. He's safe against Amorphous, but then it feels like a full screen Amorphous like that. Is that actually like? It feels quite plus. It's like Whale has been able to get in using that, especially when the gun has been out, and like, like of course these players have played each other quite a bit,
super fast. Yeah,
and probably know a lot of the interactions as well. And putting out the gun there during the full screen Amorphous super, that like,
not sure.
Like DP must have been in that situation so many times to know that that's the best course of action.
Yeah, I was gonna say that I'm not too sure how often Whale has played DB's Chaos, because I know that she is a Johnny main normally. So they might have played more of Johnny Shadow instead of Chaos Shadow, but...
Got the mix up.
Nice.
Ooh,
nice.
That's definitely a... Because I was wondering earlier, how do you chase Happy Chaos when he's running away with those curse balls? Well, I mean,
Whale has been doing that round start a lot, and it seems to be working pretty well.
Yeah, it's gotta be.
Except now.
It's gotta be a conscious choice. Like if you throw that curse, then my 6 heavy is gonna counter hit you.
I also saw it earlier going over Chaos's 2S, which is also, I think, a pretty common round start option.
Yeah, that's so cool that button that is so nichely used in maybe some other matchups, like for example all the characters I play. I don't see Zato doing that 6 heavy very much.
I think it gets sometimes used in pressure strings, but yeah, I think it might be a bit rare.
Found the low, into a good juggle, still have resources. But with the FRC, drops the combo though.
Oh, the 5-8. Oh, that's a big hit. Yeah.
Evening it up, 2-2.
How is it only 2-2?
Yeah, it's it does feel like a chess match, especially since like Zato is so limited for like what he can do. So you kind of have to play really patient and safe. But at the same time, Happy Chaos doesn't really wanna fuck around too much with the potential of, you know, running into the little guy either.
Gets resources back, gets the heart knockdown. Oh, fancy. Weaves a throw, but doesn't get punished for it.
Oh, but the wires he puts well towards the wrong direction, towards the mid screen. Got with the Drunkard Shade. Ooh, good challenge there on the summon. Went for a little more aggressive option this time with the 6S, but well was ready to meet that as well. Nice, the chase! The chase! It's working out!
Nice!
Exactly what you have to do against this character if you think he's gonna try to run away.
Oh no! Oh, I think Eddie actually broke the wall before Amorphous, so she didn't get the hard knockdown. Oh, that's unfortunate.
Seems to be doing pretty well for... Ooh, 6P after 6 heavy. Into a sequence. Now, DP is really low on health, but technically Zato doesn't really have like any full screen things to contest you with. So your own resources are gonna be what limits you here as Happy Chaos.
Nice, good pick. Oh, this is really scary. Oh.
Yeah, basically, in this kind of situation, Happy Chaos is still very strong with the zoning. If you're standing full screen from the opponent and they still have a lot of life left, generally it's not very resource effective to try to zone the opponent anymore. You run out of resources really fast. But if you're looking for that one last hit, it can be really good.
Yeah, I think Whale might have won the last game, if not for the one mishap with the Super and Eddie breaking the wall before Amorphous connected. That was really unfortunate.
Yeah, especially for this character archetype where you just want to be on the offense as much as possible.
It's thrown back to mid-screen. That's nice, good air throw.
Nice, and summoned into the Froggy as well so that DP couldn't run out of the corner, or jump out of the corner rather.
Gets caught by the blue wild assault.
Cost a little bit of resources, but definitely worth the investment if you can get the round. Nice, stands up for the overhead. The second low catches though, although that was at the very tail end of the sequence, so now, well, it's really low on resources. YRC and ready to summon. The YRC, the system mechanics are so oppressive against Zato. YRC does kill the guy, as does the burst.
Nice, really strong pressure.
Still going on. That's kind of cool. The blue wild assault there juggles them towards the corner as well as, you know, stalls for time in order for the puppet gauge to come back fast.
Here come the blast frames.
Shot misses.
Yeah,
that's kind of the curse of the gun, is that it's never guaranteed unless your opponent is in block stun or hit stun. That's the time when the reticle always finds its mark. Two bullets and a little bit of concentration left. Nice anti-air. Ooh, that was a big bluff. Getting so many shots in there. Anti-air shot once again. Ooh, just willing to take the
Danger?
So close to the, what do they call it? The negative penalty, that's it.
Yeah.
2D round start, alright. The low profiling feature beats the button that DP was trying to use. Ooh, missed the close slash, however, able to pick up the pressure afterwards. Ooh, perfect, the last shot hits, even though you go bust. DP was ready to go into the super concentration as well. 6 speed towards the right side. This kills right.
This should well stick this. Yes, this has to kill. Chaos is made of paper. Oh, absolutely.
Works out this time instead of the little guy screwing up the combo at the very last moment. Once again, tried to go for the 6S, but well ready with the 2S to counter.
Nice. Out of Eddie though, but nice, good 6P. Oh, but gets contested back.
Ooh, a lot of meaty misses here. Can we get the throw?
Nice.
Players ready to tech once again. Got the shot, got the recovery on the resources. And now in a decently good position, we have option to go for a super concentration again. No, just a couple of chained normal concentrations.
Okay, hard baiting a burst.
Yeah,
really hard baiting. Oh, gets the gold burst.
That's a Yomi layer you don't see very often.
Oh, this is really scary. It's any hit. Any hit. Press the wires. Oh, into the 2S. No. Oh, that was so scary.
DP taking the lead by just a...
super even. It's really, really even.
This time the 6 heavy didn't completely chase the curse ball. In the corner, the curse misses. A little too close.
Danger. Oh. Oh, actually procs the negative penalty.
Yeah, it's kind of nasty because it does take away all of your tension resources as well as makes building meter afterwards really.
Nice, insane blocks from Whale.
Good challenge, 1 bullet in the chamber. The 2D abare after the jabs, this should be enough. Here we go, starting with the 6S with a good combo. Yeah, this is kind of same sort of feature that a lot of the good heavy hitters such as Nago have. You hit any round start option and you have all of your unique resources ready to be burned.
Nice. Oh, that was uncharacteristically fast round for Happy Chaos, baby.
Yeah, it was really clean. No combo drops whatsoever.
Really clean.
And just guessed right on all of those interactions. And again, this time choosing to not push it to the wall, instead keep the resource equilibrium.
The throw.
We got the slam.
Main, but this match is full of throw and loop and it kills.
Sudden burst of momentum for DB. Picks the right option this time as well, starting with the curse, while Well was expecting a more aggressive option.
There is the change they made to Zado at one point that if you burst, then the eddy gauge stays where it was when you bursted him, so it should usually be better to wait until Zado has spent more of the eddy gauge and then burst, but ends up not really mattering here.
Yeah, little changes like that, like really remind you of matchups like Nago, or what are some other matchups where you really have to sort of pick your spot where you burst based on the opponent's resources? I guess Sin is one of those as well.
Sin, maybe, yeah. Like if you burst too fast and he hasn't spent any calories yet, you're probably going to be back in the same situation where you started. Abba as well. Basically all of the characters with any kind of resource.
Yeah. Look at the shimmy again. I've never heard that sound effect. What was that?
Yeah, I think it's from a counter hit or when Shadow gets counter hit. And no bullets. This might actually be really scary if Whale doesn't let DB on the play.
Just pushing it.
Yeah, really no room to breathe at all. Oh, when it kills.
Luckily that was enough. That would have been really unfortunate to put Happy Chaos through the wall when you basically have no resources left as well. Ooh, nice interception!
Oh, that's a big hit. The launch was actually kind of funny. I'm not sure if I've seen that too often. Nice. Finds a damn fang.
Don't you try to press any buttons here, Missy?
Oh, is Eddie gonna ruin this again? I'm not sure who killed, but as long as it's a kill.
That was like complete reversal of the game before that, where DP just did everything correctly. Right, got them here. Burst your only defense, but we're throwing before the burst could even happen.
Okay. Here comes the Amorphous. Oh, gets caught from the curse ball post. Nice.
I guess that would be one. Like that would put away your gun if you go for the curse, right? I'm not.
Yeah, and I'm not sure if you throw the curse ball. I don't know if you have the time.
Ooh, that was great. Using the 2P specifically.
Even with the broken YRC we have currently.
Yeah, it's still like most jabs, especially 2Ps that are fast enough recovery so that you can bait those YRCs with.
Okay, here it comes.
Yeah, luckily the gun was not out this time.
The gold burst.
Ooh, misses up the conversion. So Whale still has a small chance here. Sandwich, can he block? Overhead block.
Nice blocks, insane blocks, but it's not enough.
Yeah, it's again the same kind of sequence where DP blocks successfully everything but the very, very last low at the end of the sequence.
Can she even it out?
Trying to chase. Ooh, that was a nice idea there to intercept with the jump B. But DP was already going. This time it works out though.
Blocks the burst, nice. Oh no, that was nasty.
The finish shimmy, neutral jump over the throw.
Nice. Into the damn fang. Oh, that's great. Very clean, super clean round.
Yo, what happened? Well is just powering through. Another half of your hit points. Got the unsummon still here, so not in the penalty period. Yo, the 2K, the DLC 2K actually skipped under that 6 heavy from Zato.
Nice, insane bait, and she evens it out.
Was that a punish actually after the gold burst?
I don't think I saw the punish text, but I'm actually not sure.
Because it's like punishing gold bursts like that is really hard, and you would have to do something like that: jump into the gold burst, then land into one of your fast buttons.
Yeah, and I think it usually also requires IB, and I don't think that was an IB.
To the other side. Commits all of it, and now
it's the actual last game. Nice, good hit.
Good choice here, using the damn fang to waste time and let the little guy come back. Another one! Would that be enough?
Not quite.
There is no OTG option afterwards.
Good hit. The Goomba stomp into Amorphous. if nothing else, she has to respect it, but no! Oh, I don't think she managed to put the gun back in time.
Yeah, there is probably
Nice,
some
goes
amount
over
of,
the 2
some amount of like execution requirement for getting the input out
Yeah.
properly after the flash. I forgot what input it is that puts it away. Is it just 5 heavy again?
No, I think it... Is it 2-2 and then I button? I'm actually not too sure either, but she did it a couple of times before. So I want to say that it's possible. But I guess it might be a tighter execution. Nice.
A little late on the anti, but still works on the landing.
No burst, but
Potentially one more hit away from ending the set here. Well,
Amorphous?
send the well. Oh, but the shot!
There it goes!
The shot might have been already queued up.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it might have already been queued up.
That was definitely a seesaw
that
ride.
that was intense.
Especially towards the end, because DP had a small but distinct lead there at the very end, being like, was it like 6-4? And then it's like, all right, you gotta win 3 in a row. And what it like the manner with which Whale made the comeback is just like as if some kind of switch was just flipped, and Whale was getting every single guess right, not dropping anything, just making all the right calls, and able to salvage it still. Very nice.
Yeah, very, very good, Sam.
Alright, and next up, we've got the Faust Testament matchup. Scarlet, one of the newcomers on Bounty Hunters. Gusto, we've had once before, I think it was either last week or the week before that, with a very convincing Faust performance. I actually want to check which character, or like what character matchup that was. It was, oh yeah, it was the Unica release week, so...
Right, yeah.
Oh wait, was it the week after that? Yeah, I think it was the week after that, but against
Yeah.
Meladonis Unica.
Yeah.
Very
both-
different kind of matchup this time around.
Both with very, very long buttons. Lots of screen control. Actual Zoner versus random bullshit go through. You're gonna have to forgive me for a second. I need to refill my water bottle.
Sure thing. Alright, so in terms of if this revolves back into full screen, I think it's Testament usually who has like the first say in things, because you have that Arbiter sign that can tag Faust trying to use like fishing pole, or trying to throw items, or trying to do basically anything. But the thing is, if you use that, you are gonna be minus afterwards, and potentially the tracking of the Arbiter sign might be evaded. And if you miss some Arbiter sign when the opponent is coming at you, that's dangerous as well. By Scarlet, starting with a successful sequence, forcing Gusto to use a burst very early in order to not get pushed into the corner. The item probably not going to be useful, or never mind, pushing Scarlet into that Afro, which does increase your standing hurt box. Nice, uses the neutral homing crow there. Getting a hit on air dashing opponent. Stands up to take the crow. This is the best situation you can basically be as Testament when you're pressuring the opponent in the corner, looping that stain. Your opponent has to take some sort of a gamble using either their 6Ps or the reversals that they have. Another item with very low value there. Teleport into very delayed hit. Got the counter hit. This should do decent amount of damage. Testament, after all, is one of those characters who doesn't have the highest defensive modifier either. Ooh, anti-air close slash.
It's a big hit.
And the finishing touch. Yeah, I think this should be a kill.
Oh, I didn't know the bird sits up on top of them.
Start with a slightly more defensive sequence this time,
Nice.
Scarlet. Damn, is that... Wait. I guess if Faust is trying to like walk back, he's like super tall because the neutral crow gets hitting, it keeps hitting him.
I mean, he does stand up. So that's actually something unique to consider in this matchup.
But then to compensate, every other time he's so low profile towards the ground.
True, yeah, that's pretty true.
Nice interception before the crow goes online. Ooh, did that? You ended up dodging the bouncing hammer. That was great presence of mind to push forward. Yeah, in the end, it does not quite get Scarlet the first round. Gusto stealing it away. But man, that was really cool. I was like, wait, did that hammer actually go off or not? I think it was like there was slowdown from RC or something like that. It took a while for the hammer to come down, actually. Ooh, that's gonna be a punish. Keep the momentum going with that burst.
Oh no, get hit by the hammer. And both characters have these silly little teleports they can use to zip around the screen.
Yeah, Faust always has access to it. Usually, like, I guess Faust's condition is that if you want to be really safe with it or really good with it, you have to combine it with meter. Whereas Testament is like, you have to have the succubus marker to be able to use it in the first place. Ooh, wait, the crow came back in a low angle, and even then Faust was like low profile enough to be able to avoid it. Damn.
Nice.
I guess luckily for Scarlet, there was so much damage on the wall already that Gusto wasn't quite able to cash out fully.
Oh, tries to catch with the Arbiter, but...
So earlier I was talking about the Arbiter sign and how that is kind of like a set pacing tool, but it looks like, yeah, exactly like this. You can read it with a teleport, and the Arbiter sign is completely gonna miss. So perhaps it's not as clear cut as I initially thought.
Nice.
Ooh, the jump slash didn't quite reach. Wanted to trigger that stage
Meteors
so
are
bad.
coming, the meteors are coming.
Ooh, barely the tail and that crow gets that curse. And now the overhead into a cash out. Yeah, I love that. So usually you're not gonna get too much damage out of those high Arbiter signs, but Scarlet recognized that if you don't block this, I'm gonna burn meter either way. Either I'm super plus and get to do stuff again, or you just die to this combo. Wait, did they actually mean to throw a fireball that direction?
I think it might have been an accident, but we take those, I guess. A bit too plus.
Tried to go for a super PRC there, not working out. This time it does though.
This time.
Cross up from the left. Executive decision by Scarlet. We still want to play this round. We are gonna burst, and it does make sense looking at Scarlet's tension meter. This is gonna be a tough sequence to defend against. Deflection. Yo! Was able to get the 2P in there! But of course, because Faust has such a long 2P, it's almost like a 2S. So
it's super long.
So it's like 7 frames reach really far. A kind of normal that Testament usually doesn't necessarily have to contend with.
Teleports into the corner. This can potentially be scary, but finds the dash under the love.
Yeah, that was a great dash. But still...
Back in the corner.
Got the FRC overhead jump game mix up. That evens up the life situation.
Oh.
Once again, sending the neutral crow, expecting Gusto going airborne. Ooh, punish.
Nice.
But the 2K starter is not enough. Either way, a simple combo like that will and can and will allow Testament to press their offense afterwards. Nice jump over. However, got attacked by the tail end of the teleport. Airborne as well. Nice idea. Even if you don't necessarily get to tag Faust out of those back throws, you can try to cause a self-explosion if you sort of shove yourself close enough while the bag is thrown. The crow caught Gusto out of the teleport, yet wait, I guess was it maybe a punish, because like you usually don't expect Crow to hit at that range at the base of the burst. Get Scarlet a lead very early into this set. That was really strange. I wish I could see that on instant replay. The crow, the very early frames of the crow catching Gusto out of the teleport. And I do wonder what kind of frame situation that is.
Nice.
Line it up. Oh, that's gonna... actually, Gusto didn't necessarily have the burst there, I guess, because of the hammer, but went for it
I think
either
the hammer
way.
might have actually saved the situation, but we may never know. Catches the back dash. Oh, this is gonna hit.
Yeah, big commitment to the throw. Which does get crushed by the super. Very aggressive this time. Instant air dash. Into. Oh, that's so tricky.
Oh. I love all kinds of teleport shenanigans. I love them so much. I'm so happy when Testaments use them.
Missed the super input there, I reckon. The life situation is still favored. Ooh, the jump heavy from Gusto.
Oh.
Big one. Not quite through the wall.
Oh, sneaky. Very sneaky.
So, I think Gusto got a 6 heavy there, which means they were probably trying to press 5 heavy when the teleport happened.
Most likely. Oh, trade. Oh no!
Got them with... Oh, but no meter to cancel. Got them with a very, very hard commit. Frame trap into mix. I think tried to go for a teleport PRC, but used the RC a little too early, maybe. Pro.
Just barely dodges the Arbiter. I think there was some... Oh, that's so many. That's so many. I think there was something funky about the way Arbiter tracks you. Like, if you have something that moves forward fast enough, then I think it's going to lose the tracking midway.
Yeah, especially on the overhead Arbiter. The low is a little bit faster to track, or faster to come out. That's punish, right? No. Or, wait, yes? No, or no, because that was a gold first. The corner carry. Banana not gonna help too much. But maybe this bomb, both players having to react to it.
Good backdash.
Nice. This time we get the input properly. So not only do you get the hard knockdown here, but also the last hit of the Nostrovia applies the curse as well.
Big hit. Into another.
Yeah, this is so smart, because Gusto was gonna get burst back on the next hit, and I think you could have comboed with a couple more normals, but Scarlet was like, nope, straight into Nostrovia and deny the burst.
Yeah, very smart. Oh, wait, did the crow just hit the bomb on its way in?
Interesting, never seen that before. Got them with the fast low Arbiter before the fishing pole was gonna go online. Yeah, I recognized that the 6 heavy was gonna whiff there. So yo, what?
Fire 2H? Hello?
That is one of my favorite Testament buttons for sure. Teleport into a punish.
Such a punky movement from Scarlet.
There we go, and once again,
nice.
You notice at the very end of the round when Scarlet has basically just a couple of pixels to shave away, that's when she usually goes for like more of these Arbiter shenanigans. They don't deal that much damage, but of course damage is usually not your concern when you're mutual assured destruction.
Be careful! Oh, but I was so sure it's going to hit Scarlet as well.
The Grey Reaper has such a great hurt box, so it actually retracted and made the bomb miss Scarlet.
Oh, actually, I think pre-Reaper buffs, that actually might have blown both of them up.
You know what? That might be true.
Oh, it was over in 6-8, nice.
Fakes the teleport.
Nice.
Of course, when you're using the possession, you can teleport in place instead of teleporting to the marker to try to throw them off. The best far slash in there, gonna get frame trapped by the mix. And the overhit mix again. So many mixes.
Oh. There's a lot of things happening right now. Oh, I think that was supposed to be another Nostrovia.
Got them in the plus frame situation, but no Succubus marker where you need it. It is now though. Option with the teleport. Ooh, meter's coming.
Oh no!
Yeah, no good options there. You kind of like you see the meteors and you're like. I guess going for a throw could have been one option to get out of it, but I mean, Gusto's probably been in that situation so many times. He's gonna press a button and prevent that throw from going through. That's interesting. So, of the Heavy Reaper, which is quite plus, Gusto keeps challenging quite often. Oh, sees the burst! This is not only, you know, combo power and pressure, but also stalling for time to get the pesky afro off of your head. And again, the finishing sequence is the Arbiters. Is it high? Is it low? And potentially ready to burn meter to combo Arbiter into Arbiter, which, you know, usually very low value sequence, but when you're trying to kill, might be optimal. I'm so surprised the hammer didn't bounce on the DLC 2K there. Got the curse being very safe there after the plus frames of the pop.
Testament 6B is so insane.
Yeah, it's definitely one of the greatest features of the character for sure. Yep, I'm going for the damage ender. Scarlet has so much momentum here, even though Gusto hasn't been too bad either this set. But especially the round-ending gambits have been favoring Scarlet much more. Would we burst here though? Scarlet is sitting on a round lead, so probably not.
No.
One hit. Once again, we're trying to stall so that the Afro would go away.
Yeah, sits on the burst. No need to spend it here. Very wise decision. It's so tall. No clean hit, but okay, never mind. My bad.
Gets all the good items. The 100-ton hammer interrupting Scarlet from being able to use special moves. Goes really high, avoiding the bomb here, Gusto.
Wait, he catches the air dash. Okay.
Good read here, jumping out of the curse. But Scarlet has quite a few ways to chew through this health. Is that a punish? Yes, it is.
What?
Making sure that the bomb doesn't hit either with the RC.
Ooh. Misses the PRC super.
And I think...
Oh, this is really scary. Ah.
I think it was quite smart. So because Scarlet used like a meaty crow instead of a normal, I think that just completely nullifies the super BRC prospects, because like you can't take the projectile away, and the crow recovers so fast that, you know, Testament is not recovering there anymore. They're just that neutral. So technically you're kind of trading the power of your meaty, or like the quality of your meaty to make it safe. A great start here from Gusto, and definitely needs the oomph. This is quite a big lead here that Scarlet has been building. Oh, where'd the crow go? The marker was actually behind. Frame trap and
Oh.
Still got the punish there. That was
Very scary situation. Oh.
I think usually the teleport would have been punished, but the little guy might have thrown off Scarlet's timing. Plus, I mean, that's gonna be a combo breaker anyway.
Nice.
Clean air throw.
Good air throw.
Take out of the corner. Got the close slash. That's gonna be full corner, full carry into the corner. Ooh, perfect time
nice.
there. Yeah, so if Arbiter Sign has been the finishing touch, go-to finishing touch of Scarlet's.
Oh no!
Still, I have to use
Fine
a little bit of extra.
situation. I'm more surprised the Calamity one didn't kill.
But I think she was aware of the fact that it wouldn't, because she was so ready to RC that as well.
Oh.
Alright, Gusto, show us what you got. Full screen, the fishing pole, not quite reaching again!
Nice.
On the cross-up, gets the S Reaper. So that's...
Oh, that's so long. Nice. Good match. Oh, this is gonna hit, yeah.
Alright, we got the corner. I think this is not a wall break. It's not close enough. Oh, that's gonna be a punish though. No, never mind.
No.
Went for the S button.
Never punished.
Was hoping for a close slash, but got the far slash instead.
Nice.
Very costly sequence, but you gotta do what you gotta do when you have 0 health left. Gusto so close to the burst. Goes for it immediately.
And there you go. Any hit will do. Well, there it is. Nice.
I wonder, was that a miss input? Because like Gusto basically swung into an incoming fireball. So I wonder if what's the teleport input? I'm not
Might
quite
have
sure.
been, yeah.
But a really great showcase of Testament gameplay here from Scarlet.
Gameplay.
This is
Happy Pride Month.
It is Pride Month after all, so we get a free pass on those Freudian slips. I mean, I guess there's a quite bit of gameplay on Bounty Hunters by default.
Oh.
Anyway, I mean, Scarlet has the lesbian flag, so it's
True.
fitting.
Testament gameplay, so true.
All right, what do we got next? I think it was the ZoKHiZ game.
It's ZoKHiZ. Yeah, ZoKHiZ versus Thunder Kitty should be super interesting.
ZoKHiZ definitely with the overall fighting game experience advantage. However, this is the kind of fighting game that has leveled the playing field in many different ways between the sort of the old generations and the newer generations.
Mm-hmm.
So even if you were hot shit in Plus R or Xrd or whatever your favorite Guilty Gear game that came before this, you really needed to learn slightly different kind of fundamentals for this one. And of course, ZoKHiZ has been bouncing a little bit between characters during his Strive career. Started with Pot, did some excursions to Leo and Nago. And Asuka at one point.
Mm-hmm.
But then recently returning back to the roots, doing Potemkin once again. I think the triggering sort of the impetus for ZoKHiZ to go back to Potemkin was the patch that took out Karas, right? Because ZoKHiZ was literally the only Potemkin player who was like, fuck yeah, I hate the Karas. I don't want to do the Karas, and now I don't have to even think about them. So I'm gonna play Pot again. And then they put the Karas back into Potemkin. It's a really interesting story.
Yeah, Kitty is super strong player as well, even though she's of that newer blood. But I've seen her play around in different kinds of events, and she's always performing super well.
There's definitely been sort of, what do we call it? Learning advancement, improvement is the word I was looking for. Because like at one point, just like sort of observing the like how the knocking order of the Norwegian community goes, Kitty has been, Kitty has been doubling up over there. But is it gonna be enough to slay Grandpa ZoKHiZ? Ooh, that backdash is so great, so fast, able to, on reaction, just make the slide hit completely whiff. And here comes the pressure, got the overhead, we can use a 50 meter.
Here goes. Tästä se menee päälle.
And now, from the throw, we can deal. And when we can deal, we don't need to necessarily use the 50 meter for the mix-ups.
It's such a strong pressure, and there's usually nothing else to be done than just guess.
Right. Speaking of guessing, ZoKHiZ gets the overhead right this time. But then it's the
ender.
Is the ever-living struggle of how do I get in on this far-range opponent? Yeah, that's pretty close/punish. This could be a wall break almost, not quite. Setting up the deal.
Wait. Nice, good blocks. Oh my god.
Right, that's an equalizer.
Oh no, misses the buster.
Yeah, that did look like a miss input for Kitty, because the Mistfinder came from such a strange angle. Through the wall with 50 meter. Tried to go for a Heavenly Potemkin Buster.
No.
PRC maybe.
Yeah, I think it might have been a failed Heavenly PRC. Nice. This should kill, yes.
Damn, the Joker
Very strong first game.
But I mean...
Oh my bad, guys, I forgot the prediction.
Players like ZoKHiZ, they definitely, like, if you've played fighting games for this long, you've learned a thing or two about adaptation. The thing is, though, I think ZoKHiZ said that he hasn't played this matchup all too much, and he doesn't even have Johnny bot on his account, so he can't exactly lab against Johnny either. Ooh, got the flopped card there, so that means extra guard crush. And into the corner you go.
And Johnny is the kind of character I feel like where even if you know what you're supposed to do, then parts of it are left to guessing, and if you guess incorrectly, then it's just it happens.
Yeah, and I feel like you also like if you have the wrong type of character, it's like double miserable.
Oh yeah, absolutely. The good thing about Potemkin is that he does have the HP to gamble, so he can afford to be. Jesus Christ! What? What?
Instant replay, please. What was that momentum cancel?
Ref, do something! But yeah, Potemkin does have the HP to gamble a few more times than some other characters.
It looked like was that a combo drop for ZoKHiZ?
Maybe it's stuttering a little bit, but I was hoping it's only on spectator side. It might be the stage, to be honest. I think this is pretty intensive.
There's a lot of stuff going in the background. Good jump on the Buster, however, even with the PRC, he wasn't able to keep Kitty in the corner. Into the deal. We got the mix-up. And the meter as well to double it up. And I think Potemkin does not have a 9-frame 6P, so this should be a safe jump on him. Alright, I mean, we can definitely power through if we have 100 meter, and now ZoKHiZ's time to mix it up. Was that a backdash or close dash?
I think it was a backdash, yeah. Potemkin is so big, I couldn't really see. Oh, that's the thing. Nice.
Backdash into Buster, my beloved. Even though it's not quite as good as in the past. I mean, in the past, Potemkin backdash only had one vulnerable frame. Ooh, frame trap into the Wild Assault. And here we go, overhead mix-up once again. It's kind of like one of the most important things to understand when the overhead mix-up can happen, so that you can, you can guess in the right places. Because like theoretically, it should be 50% that you guard against the mix-up, right? But fact of the matter is, people do take the overhead like way more than 50%. So I think it's usually like you're just not quite in the sort of, you don't see the future and you don't like recognize that, all right, that normal can be jump cancelled, can be TK misfired.
Yeah, Kitty's gonna switch to a net play stage because Mayship is super laggy.
I think one of the new stages was pretty decent for net play, if I recall correctly.
I think it's
Mankind knew that they can.
I think it's the one in the town. I think because I've tried to play games on the one that's the beautiful field or whatever, and it keeps dropping frames in some really weird places. I think it might be a bit laggier than the other one.
Ooh, great jump timing there! And armor powers through! Alright, no stutter. ZoKHiZ unleashed, misses the Buster input though.
Oh, actually wins against the armor through the wild assault cancel. Not quite enough for super, but
I bet all of my remaining wealth that back Mega Fist was supposed to be a Buster.
Just act like it was on purpose.
It's either the back Mega Fist or the 6P.
Or the 6P, yeah.
Alright, Kitty being vigilant, not falling for the reset. Alright, guards against the low. But the mix-up is not over. Oh, the
yeah, but this is nice backdash.
Waiting for the burst. Yeah, Kitty is trying to hard bait it. ZoKHiZ in the end gets value from the burst itself.
100 meter. This is pretty scary.
Sees the backdash.
Oh, that's just the backdash.
Nice! I think, yeah, The usual option would be like FRC into a throw, but since ZoKHiZ was able to detect the frame, was able to go with the close slash instead. And that would be, I think, the first round for ZoK, right? Slowly, but...
I think so, yeah.
Slowly and hopefully surely.
Nice, good luck.
Red Mistfighter once again waiting for the burst. Yeah, but ZoK.
I wonder if he could have confirmed into a kill on RC. Oh, no time to burst.
Even on the second wave, Kitty is still ready to backdash. Although they do say, and I think I paraphrase Kitty herself, that she says she is backdash kind of girl. Which makes sense if you're playing Johnny.
Johnny backdash?
Yep.
Oh my god. Yeah, if I had Johnny backdash, I would be mashing it.
It's just really fast.
It's super fast.
And combined with these buttons, it's perfect.
Nice, beautiful backdash into the super confirm. Not a whole lot of damage, but it gives her the hard knockdown she probably needs. Nice.
Yeah, great whip punish there, going with the classic Volt Deal PRC, which is really hard to challenge. Damn it,
I know Johnny can. Oh my god, it still picks up, are you kidding me?
If there is one thing that ZoKHiZ is pretty good at, it's combo execution. Even if you have to hold block for like 60 seconds straight, when you finally get the opportunity, ZoKHiZ is pretty good at doing those hard execution combos.
Oh, I think they've caught the backdash there.
Yeah, I think Garuda, I forgot how many active frames, but probably hard for Johnny to backdash. And this should force
absolutely.
a block. Yep. Okay. Alright, Grandpa's awake.
It's 11 active frames, so...
Yeah, you're not gonna backdash
It's
that.
pretty hard to backdash that.
Yeah, nobody in the game. It's six is the maximum amount of inputs that you could have. So unless... There could also be some shenanigans where you... like, you try to make a really meaty... extremely meaty Garuda.
That might work, yeah.
Because like meaty Garuda into meaty Garuda, for example, is a...
Oh, that's a big hit. Gets a hard knockdown. Nice.
With the classic, with a throw, go for so with a normal in the air, go for the throw, and then the mix-ups that ensued afterwards. Now ZoK can probably take one more combo, or maybe not, because Kitty does have meter here. And the risk...
I think any hit will kill now. Yeah, especially if it was hit.
It's infamously difficult to get rid of just about any character after they get the hard knockdown wall break. Our impositive bonus are building so much tension. Right, time to guess.
Situation.
It's the multiple overheads that catches ZoKHiZ once again. Jumping in and then going into the Mistfighter.
Nice, good cover.
There we go, this time. I was shaking my head in the previous situation where ZoK could see the backdash going off, but the close slash still wasn't fast enough to catch on his backdash. Going down with all of those tension resources, tragic. But sometimes it has to be like this. Yeah, you can't walk back from that 2S. That is one of the best round starts in the game. Dash under, still gets the close slash.
Oh no!
This time though.
Okay.
100 in the tank, we can be safe.
Yeah. Nice.
Soft knockdown, ZoKHiZ this time. What are we gonna do with that 50?
ZoKHiZ have some resources, but... Oh, that's really scary. Nice.
Usually,
too much.
That's so weird. So usually, like, Wild Assault is one of the counter tools against Deflect Shield to make up the like pushback. But I guess maybe Blue Wild Assault doesn't move you forward as aggressively as the orange one. And once again, no backdashing this.
It's a classic. What are you supposed to do if Potemkin hammer falls towards you with 50 meters?
That's a good question. I mean, you can move forward and throw. So like if you throw the hammerfall startup, then the hit will never happen, and then the RC will never happen either.
Catch just a backdash again.
Extra hits, and I think that's a hard knockdown. Yeah.
Looking pretty scary for Kitty. Not a lot of HP.
Hold this.
The 5D. Nice.
Yeah, the most standard of the mix-ups. There are a couple of different layers, but like if you don't have anything else, just basic 20 frame overhead or low mix-up will serve you fairly well. Ooh, there we go. Been waiting for that one.
Again.
And another one.
Oh, it does so much. Oh no. Oh my god. Yeah, that was around.
Yeah,
of like
I mean,
12 seconds.
Yeah, shouldn't feel too bad because like it's just as Johnny is like you're just guessing.
Yeah, it happens. Okay, both of them whiffing trolls, so...
My goodness.
Nice. Into super. Gonna be a hard knockdown.
Right now, was able to extend the lock string long enough to get basically 100 tension. However,
yeah, you really cannot let Potemkin breathe here. Oh. Okay, we have 100. Not quite enough to be safe. Okay, just backdash. Oh, but the second Garuda doesn't hit anymore.
At least Kitty doesn't.
What?
The 6K.
What? Wait, what did the 6K hit?
Got those Johnny buttons, please. It's basically a jump scare from health screen away.
It's pretty insane. Oh, gets had by the card pop.
Yeah, ZoKHiZ trying to get out of it, but Potemkin's mobility does not allow him to do so. Successful jump in, nice, the delayed 2S counter hit from the backdash. And that should be a kill. Kitty's nowhere near a burst. The engine called ZoKHiZ Potemkin is slowly coming online. It's like, don't have a lot of Johnny matchup experience, but I'll learn on the fly.
Wait, what?
Interesting looking hit.
Okay.
Especially with the autocorrect there at the
I
end.
wasn't even sure what happened.
Nice, the delay here, and this should be a kill. That's so much damage with the Gigantor. And I think the cool thing is the Gigantor also, the way it hits it, I think it never really forces the wall break per se. So you get to get the full value of the super, no matter what. Yeah, look at this momentum. That was a perfect. After the first like 3 games.
That was only like a couple of wrong questions, but that's Potemkin for you.
Definitely has the same kind of potential as like many of the heavy hitters like Soul, Nago, Slayer. Can end rounds really fast.
Duel 1. Let's rock.
Trade, not exactly in Potemkin,
Nice.
ZoKHiZ's favor, but
Good punish. Oh, I wonder if that was supposed to be super, yeah. Nice!
That's so smart!
Oh!
You were asking what to do about that hammerfall. That's one option.
That's one option if you have the meter, and Red Roman Cancel is... I'm pretty sure it's unscaled, so that's most characters' best starter, if you can get it.
Along with Close Slash.
Mm-hmm.
Right, has to take soft knockdown here. But now... Yep, definitely worth it to spend the resources to force yourself into the pressure.
Mm-hmm. Especially when Johnny pressure is super strong. And here we go, the blender is starting up. Good luck.
Right?
Oh,
what? It's not over yet.
It should kill, right? Yes.
Alright, but the pendulum...
Responds with a perfect of her own.
Yep, pendulum swings really fast. Both of these characters...
What is this win quote? Johnny, what did you mean by this?
I missed it completely.
He said that does this helmet block odors too? That's great. What did he mean by this? Are you smelly? Oh, nice. Yeah, Johnny too is a super good button outside of the round start as well.
God, if only we could get out of the corner. Here's an opportunity. Mid-screen.
Oh, that could have potentially been really scary. Nice.
Damn it, you still have to block the mix-up there. I think if you wire see the deal immediately, I think Johnny still gets the block, right?
I think so, yeah. I'm actually not sure. I guess it depends on when Johnny throws the card out during ball.
Mix-up time with 5B into...
Oh, that's so good. That's so good. No. Nice.
Able to backdash out of there.
Get the hard knockdown. This might be not quite enough.
And now ZoKHiZ with the advantage. Has the meter, sent the...
Oh no!
Yeah, there was not even an option to, I guess, throw break, because that's a command grab. I guess Kitty could have...
Oh my god! Armored both of the hits.
Power through. No meter on Kitty this time around, so no RRC shenanigans.
Oh, it's looking really scary. Oh, no.
Ooh, no kill. 100 meter though.
Can't be backdashing out of that anymore, especially not in corner. And another one.
Yeah, ZoKHiZ did mess up the mix-up there, so when you perform Gigantor in that particular type of way, you can buster between those Gigantor hits. And ZoKHiZ went for it, but missed the timing, I think. But still got busted afterwards. It's pretty funny. It's like, ZoKHiZ is like, alright, I'll just do it again. I wonder if it was, like if the Gigantor was already over there, or if there was another attempt to throw between the hits.
Okay, strong start. Yeah, that's a good place to burst. Oh, but gets just tossed back into the corner, and this is gonna be a super wall break.
A positive bonus starting to go into effect.
And another one.
A decent amount of resources to defend with here.
Couldn't find an OTG, but any hit will do here. Oh, actually blocks the overhead finer, nice. But not this one. Can't win all of them.
Ooh, nice whip punish, although not a whole lot of follow through unless the 5 is a counter hit.
Oh. Very good 6B. Nice!
Shimmies or rather crushes the throw with an Ensenga.
Yeah, I think that's been Kitty's main goal with using Ensenga here, because it does dodge most throws in this game, if not all of them.
Yeah, it is a little dangerous because it's like minus what? Is it minus 3
it's
or
minus
4?
4.
Yeah.
It's minus 4 stuff, but I think it spaces, so unless you IB, you are not going to get a throw punish.
Yeah.
Even if you are protecting or Nago. Nice. Beautiful air throw.
What are we, Exert players?
Air. Okay. Potentially going into the last game.
Duel 1.
ZoKHiZ still has to win a couple more to get into the final boss round. Backdash
Ooh,
again.
backdash is out of it. Nice. Oh. Unfortunate hit from the Mega Fist, but nothing matters. Ah, it's so oppressive. Kitty looking super strong here.
Alright, time to defend once again. Tried to go off the heavenly PRC, I think.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm pretty sure the safe jumps too, but then again, I'm not sure how exactly Heavenly would interact there. I'm not sure if ZoKHiZ was late or if that's the intended interaction. Nice, beautiful backdashes.
Generally, super PRCs do beat safe jumps because they, or I guess you can option select them. They like super PRCs would be much better against like normal meaties on the ground.
Yeah. Oh, catches her out of the backdash.
Oh. Combo mistake.
Ah, nice.
Right, do or die moment once again. Far slash. 9 frame goodness.
Might be good for Kitty because she's gonna get her burst back real soon. Oh, that was really scary.
Finally getting the anti-air. And now we mix it. Oh, we're still backdashing. I think it's Kitty's like consciously being like, or I will backdash. You will maybe catch me once in a blue moon. Or maybe every single time you use Garuda, but every single other kind of Oki, I have a pretty decent chance of getting out of there with my backdash.
True.
Although so far, I think, yeah, so far ZoKHiZ hasn't lost a single, like, meaty Garuda situation in the corner. Right, we are indeed going into the last match, 6-6.
Good 6B. Oh, I think she was trying to 6B. Nice, good backdash. Works out this time.
Ooh, with
Oh,
the
the
side
wall
switch combo. Decent value, however, ZoKHiZ is pretty high on meter. There we go, this time it works properly.
There we go. There we go.
So close to killing. It's very scaled though.
Oh. All that meter, but she didn't get to use it.
Well, it's been in the making. ZoKHiZ for the first time in the leading position here.
Okay. Oh, dashes into the slide head. Nice.
Right, time to set it up. Oh man! Mistake on the input of the TK fighter.
Oh no.
This is dangerous.
This is dangerous. This is very dangerous.
Can't threaten a kill here. In fact, if it doesn't drop it, it is a kill. It's
What
a
is
kill.
a kill?
As ZoKHiZ from the, it did look quite desperate at times, but this old man still got it. Got all the what do we call them? All the adjustments in the world. Literally at the last possible moment, overtaking Kitty and taking it 7-6. Damn. I mean, I was expecting it to be extremely good match. And
Yeah,
oh boy, definitely did not disappoint. We've got more high-level matches coming up. 2 left, out of which the first one is gonna be Phantomicious Nagariyuki versus Finland's own Lussu. We have a lot of Baiken players in Finland for sure.
I feel like Europe has a lot of Baiken players in general.
That's true.
I feel like at some point I was playing nothing but Bikens and chips every day in a row, and I'm like, oh, please, anything, I'll take a bed, man.
This is a very popular character overall, and especially after getting like certain buffs, has only sort of increased in player base. And currently a very, not necessarily top tier character, but a very stable competitive tier character. Right, we got Lussu in the lobby, still waiting for Phantomicious. Let's see. What build is that Lussu has there in the library of Ruina cards? I don't think I'm far enough in the game to recognize what these cards are.
I have no idea what any of those are. I just put funny images on the cards.
Project Moon, let's go. So what's your analysis of this matchup for Nagariyuki?
It's probably the best matchup we have, if I'm being honest. Like, even after the buffs, it's still... Like, this is probably the best the matchup has ever been for Baiken, and it's still a tad unfortunate.
And what is it that...
Because, like... It's basically just the neutral, because Baiken is really slow, and all of her neutral options are pretty committal. And like Nago can choose to either throw out the more committal options, in which point it becomes more of an RPS, or if Baiken throws out the more committal options, Nago can react to those with some of his own options, such like 2S or 6B. Whereas it's mainly the problem is the neutral for Baiken, and Nago has some tools to play around the parry, but it can catch him off guard if he's just autopiloting on offense. And defense is just, well, everyone is equal in the rope. Everyone is equal in the blender.
Yeah. Like, the way I see Baiken is she's kind of like Sol, but a little bit more susceptible to zoning, because she has, like, not necessarily, like, around the same kind of mobility, but not quite. She doesn't have the sort of the moving special moves that Sol can use to sort of cut through the gap or try to neutral skip, such as like Bandit Bringer, Bandit Revolver, Vortex. Like, she can't do stuff like that. She has to gamble her way in organically. Ooh.
Oh, okay, I respect it.
That is a round start and a half. Showing Phantomicious that we're not here to fuck around. Or maybe we are. Who knows?
Maybe we are. Fuck around and find out. But yeah, if Baiken can get through the neutral to Nago, then it's a little bit easier, but...
Ooh, nice pickup.
I feel like Nago dominates neutral pretty hard here. Oh, nice. I thought that's a kill, yeah.
That's like, instead of doing the super, just doing the RC, couple of extra 6 heavies there, probably does like almost more damage than the super itself. Oh, we're committing.
Oh, what are we doing?
Works out though.
Oh,
that doesn't kill, please, please, oh god, please, no! That hurts! That's so cool,
It's
but it
cinema.
hurts.
It's cinema. Absolute cinema.
Are you freaking kidding me? Phantomicious.
Oh
What
my
a-
god, I
what
love
a
this
rogue.
character.
What a scoundrel.
Nice.
I mean, I guess it's karmic justice for the first round style that Lussu played. It's like,
True.
okay, we can do funny
we
stuff
were
here.
we were talking earlier about burst being a really important tool against certain characters, I think. And here, usually if Nago gets bursted to high blood neutral, he's gonna find it really annoying. But it doesn't really matter against Baiken because high blood buttons are super good against her in neutral. So like even if you get bursted and you're at blood level 3, Nago is gonna be like, okay, well, have fun. I'm gonna be putting this 5H on the screen. You will have to try to find your way through it.
Tried to tap the 5D overhead there, but I guess the physics of the tether just pulled Lussu too close. Yo, we have tether combos too!
We have the air combo.
I don't think this is a standard Nagaruyuki combo, is it?
Well, not really, no.
I mean, technically everybody in the cast has that, but there's just so limited amount of opportunities to ever do those special combos. Because you're not the character who's attaching it.
Nice, good 5P. Yeah.
That was a fast hit confirm. Or maybe, I mean, I guess you can dial that because the gun is plus on block.
Nice.
6P. I guess it's slightly rare.
I saw that. Yeah, those are plus, I'm sorry.
Alright, time to mix it up.
Get yeah, no, it's super plus. It's like the cross appeals and sense are always, I think, plus. Gets on the board.
Yeah, basically showing how, like, when you get the bike and engine going, it's gonna look like this.
Cat mash, I think. A bit too plus. Nice, good jump.
Phantomicious has been pretty vigilant for jumping out of, especially the corner guns.
Nice, good 2H. Oh yeah, that's very common RPS point, especially if Nago has meter. Oh, this is gonna hit, yeah. Oh, that's scary.
I guess luckily for Phantomicious doesn't get the
Nice,
full
good
pick up.
6P. Beautiful 6P against the S-Cab.
It's exactly like, I feel like a lot of players don't have that super necessary RPS there, where you're waiting for some sort of kabari visual cue, and you use 6P. If it's heavy, like you can't react to it, you're in block stun already. But if it's S, then your 6P goes through and beats it.
Nice. Oh, I love this combo so much. I'm so happy they gave it to me. Oh no.
Would have
Not
wanted
quite
a
in the
full
ring.
slash there.
Interesting.
Perfect timing on the
Goes
insta
over
air
the
dash.
flow. Good jump. Nice, yeah. Yeah, this is what I mean. Like, for a short moment, we were at that exact spacing where Baiken has a really hard time trying to come in. If Nago does nothing else but just wait and force her to approach on his terms.
Right, another parry.
Nice.
Go burst
I
is good.
respect it. Nice. Oh no. Misses the combo. I like the idea, but... Oh yeah, I think this should kill, if I'm not mistaken. This should kill. Yeah. Goodbye.
It's like, hopefully it will kill because that blood bar looks mighty high. Because of a couple of extra special moves.
How
before
strong
this
is parry after Nago's far slash? Okay, so that's actually really interesting because Baiken can, and I'm always telling Baikens that they should try to parry the second hit of the far slash string. But if they start doing that, Nago can, for example, do far slash into clone, where parry loses. He can do far slash into nothing. He is super minus, but it is an RPS point. Oh yeah, this is gonna hit.
They give RPS.
Oh, never mind.
They had to fit that near.
Oh, no. But yeah, generally you should try to parry the second hit of Far Slash, but it's gonna be hard and you can accidentally parry between the second and third hit, at which point you're just gonna miss and then Nago is going to kill you.
Duel 2. Let's rock.
Started with that 9-frame Far Slash.
Interesting jump option, but hey, it works. Nice. Yeah, and oh, that's a really good Okizeme after bite, because it means that if Viken is just dialing parry and wake up, she's going to lose because that auto time.
Oh, that maybe that hit.
Oh, this is the combo. Oh my god. Oh, I love the idea, but the execution. Never mind.
Even in a super high-paced, stressful situation like that, Phantomicious was still ready to 6P the Escabari. Really shows that you are focused in the moment. You're focused in the right things that matter the most.
I saw 5P startup and I like the idea, but I guess in that specific situation it can be hard. Nice. I think he's been pretty consistently jumping over all of those.
I'm guessing you can do that post-flash.
Yeah, should. I know you can 6P post-flash, which also goes through it. Oh well, that's going to it. A bit too early with the 5P. Could have worked if he had done it like a beat later.
Yeah, I think a general rule of thumb is if you want to anti-air, especially if you want a 6P, you gotta delay until Viken is on the cross-up side and then use your 6P or whatever button you want to press.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Nago can also do it with even a close slash. Yeah, that's a punish. It whips for basically 30 frames. Okay, yeah, that was a bit too close. I don't think there was room to dodge it in time.
I mean, we had the like, I think it was one of the earlier rounds where Phantomicious went for the 6P very early in the front and it ended up anti-airing the cross-up Yosan, but I think that's like a very, not very common situation that happened.
Yeah. Unfortunate whiff on the 2H, but oh, the pop.
Plus frames.
Get the plus frames. Oh!
So now, Lussu is out of all of the resources here.
And she's in a very scary range.
Not enough?
Yeah. Bite is a very scary option if you want to consider parrying. Nice. Beautiful combo. Guess a wall slip? Yeah, 2S is such a good button post wall break, especially on higher blood. And yeah, that's also an issue because H cavalry gets smoked, or S cavalry too, probably. Both get smoked kind of bad by 5H on higher bloods. Like, you gotta be really careful.
Ooh, surprised the 6P actually whiffed here.
I'm probably waiting for burst because it does burst bait from there if you just wait. Nice. Like so.
Ooh, we're gonna go for the pop.
Oh, we're popping. Let's go. I think 5K should connect here. Yes. Oh no, I actually don't think if Super would have killed. Maybe this is for the better. I would have tried. Oh well.
That's a huge gamble.
That's a gamble, yeah. Now that I'm thinking about it, maybe Phantomicious wanted to super on the wall stick, but they were dialing into 6H.
Ooh, great movement. The back air backdash in the air jump slash.
Oh no, unfortunately. And I think he's gonna pop when we get out of the super flash. Oh, it's fine. Well, if you don't look at the screen, it's fine. the 9 frame bar slash.
Yep, definitely faster than Nago's.
Duel 1. Let's rock.
Good timing, but doesn't get a whole lot of value out of that.
Nice,
Blow.
216.
If there's one thing that Phantomicious has done perfectly is the 6P versus Kabaris.
Oh, absolutely. Nice, this is gonna wall stick in the super.
Now, with this massive life advantage, Lussu not even having the 50 meter yet.
Nice. And that's a very strong hit.
Again, very nice jump there. It's generally like
Okay,
movement,
nice.
backwards movement from jumps or neutral jumps that can allow you to attempt to avoid the blockers.
Nice, that's a big hit. Oh, that's also a big hit. Nice, yeah, wasn't the range for the DP pickup. Oh, that was Kenju startup.
Yeah, this again.
Beautiful.
Phantomicious had the exact same bait on one of the earlier games. 6P into nothing, waiting for the burst. And I mean, the burst kind of had to happen sooner rather than later as well.
Yeah, they're wearing too many spaces. What?
Holy
From where?
fixes.
From downtown? Again. Oh no. I think might have been a bit late for the 5k pickup.
Yeah, that would have been a decently.
Nice. Yeah, sometimes you just 5H is super good here on high blood levels, but sometimes you just get strong. Sometimes spike in IADs. I'm pretty sure this should be a safe jump. It appears your jump wasn't as safe as you presumed, Mr. Bond.
And now the blood is gonna flow back slowly. Air gun is not lost though, right?
I'm not sure. Great question.
Duel 2. Let's rock.
Ready with
Nice.
the 6P once again. Standard instant air dash.
Good match. Good match. Nice. Good match.
Again, the 6P against Kabari.
Oh, I think that was Yosan's startup. Yeah.
Opponent goes on high resources, but
Again, I saw the Kenju startup. It's not invulnerable, so you can be hit out of it.
I wonder, because the 2S from Phantomicious was so spaced, would that have outspaced her reversal super?
It's actually true. It hits. Oh no, I'm not good. I think the reversal is pretty big.
Yeah, I think so too, because it's like slightly forward moving, but that will be 7 for Phantomicious.
Damn, that was so fast.
Especially towards the end, keeping it super tight, not letting Lussu do any of the shenanigans.
Yeah, this is a super explosive matchup, and like Nago can pretty easily just not let Baiken play at all.
Yeah, of course, it's always the sort of the layer 1 that you probably want to enforce is like I'm gonna parry on wake up, and then what you follow up with when that threat is established, you're gonna hit buttons as they're trying to wait for the parry. But that didn't end up working out too much. Phantomicious was like, yeah, I'll do meaties. I'll keep doing meaties. And I mean, he was spacing the. I think I now get it, because he was spacing the 2S from so far away that even if you reversal parry, it's not gonna trigger the animation.
Yeah.
And now we've arrived to our last matchup of the evening, which is Wizardman's Asuka versus Bedman.
This should be super interesting. I'm really looking forward to this one. Aside from the Nago games, of course.
Yeah, I'm not gonna hide it. Asuka matches are like the best matches in Guilty Gear Strive. Maybe even better than Sin matches. I mean, Sin matches are fairly straightforward, but when Asuka is concerned, there is no straightforward things here. It's all quite complicated and quite nuanced. Ridiculous amount of choices per second that you have to make on this character, or choices per minute, whatever metric you want to use.
For sure.
Like, even simple things as like how much you're gonna delay between your standard casts so that you can actually frame trap them.
Mm-hmm.
And then what if they try to counterplay it? It's all very, very chaotic and hectic. And of course, with the added random factor, you never know what you're gonna draw from the top of the deck. I mean, you can kind of take an advanced guess, especially when you advance towards the end of your decks, end of your test cases.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like, especially with test case 3, that has the most volatile options, has the best options technically, but also the most volatile options. And what I mean by that is there is the highest chance to draw nothing in test case 3 if you suddenly draw like 2 teleports, 1 staff, and like one of the rare buffs, such as like chaotic option, or what's the other one? I forgot the name of them. But you could easily draw a hand that doesn't have any immediate attack spells.
Yeah.
So then the question is, like, do you take that risk? Do you take that little bit of variance? Or are you gonna play the other test cases more? Like, we've seen very different kind of styles from different Asuka players. We've seen players staying in test case 1 for extended periods of time until they have so much resources that they can kind of go into test case 3, then go mulligan super immediately and guarantee that they're gonna draw the nuts, basically. But we've also seen players sometimes venturing into test case 2, which is like, I feel like the biggest advantage of that is a lot of players don't know how some of the stuff in test case 2 actually works, such as like how do the test case 2 staffs work? Like, even I don't remember off the top of my head. Like, they do have stuff to do with like a gravity manipulation, but I'm not exactly sure like what can you get with that. But if I recall correctly, Zigra is mostly focused on test case 3, as, you know, most Asuka players are. It's the tried and true way of playing the character. But Zigra is also extremely patient kind of Asuka player. Is no stranger to blocking extended periods of time, trying to wait for their turn, especially when they are in the mana pop state. It is a huge gamble to try to press buttons and get counter hit. But Bedman is the kind of character that, to a certain extent, forces you to guess. So you can't really play passive against Bedman. Is if you respect against stuff like what's the party starter special, Malfunction. You let Batman do Malfunction.
Please not ask me to remember the names.
Yeah, the big like flame explosion that is like plus frames and starts your bomb head error cooldown. So you let Batman slip those in for free. You might be in for a guard crush loop, which is technically Bedman's like strongest win condition. if you can get that going in the corner. All right, in we go. Sylfie, first time on Bounty Hunters. Zigra.
Put those bets in.
Mankind knew that they cannot change society.
What was that?
So instead of
Oh, sorry, I just said get those bets in.
Oh, yeah.
heaven or hell.
It's such a cool intro, holy shit.
So then, what is Bedman going to poke into the standard cubes with, and what is he or it or they or whatever? What is this machine going to cancel into in order to get some sort of value or RPS with Asuka? I guess we're gonna find out here.
Duel 1. Let's rock.
Okay, nice. Good start. And we are in the blender.
You're in the mix, or you're in the loop
You are
with
in the
DJ's
mix.
Bedman. Alright, momentarily loses the Guard Crush loop. Can go for it here. Malfunction into.
Nice, yeah. Oh,
Still surprisingly little damage taken there with that mana shield active. In fact, is quite even kind of situation. Zikra goes into the stash case too
goes
here.
under.
Ooh, big block on the overhead. What?
Not quite enough to kill with the mana shield, but he's very close to popping.
Tries to snipe it. There it is.
Ah, there it is.
It's a really hard situation. Zikra didn't have any relevant attack spells, and on top of that was just completely out of mana as well. And Bedman has that full screen poking capability. Like, those spikes don't necessarily do a whole lot, but in a situation where you're trying to pop the shield, it's pretty decent, I'd say. Ooh, baits the DP card.
Nice.
Good presence of mind. Always look at Asuka's hand. Now, this is what we call in the industry one of those dead hands. Zikra
Yeah,
technically
this is
has absolutely nothing to cast here except maybe teleport.
we have something.
Alright, the Rainbow Cube allows him to...
Okay, here comes Artesio.
Alright, should be safe here.
Ah,
Defensive perimeter. Wait, is it...
Duel 3.
It's interesting. Where did that momentum of that cube come from? Was that something from test case 2? It looked very, very strange, or maybe acceleration staff.
I'm actually not sure.
Oh wait, is it the repulsive rod? There's just so much different.
There is so much. Okay.
Right, handful of attack spells.
Pretty good hand. Pretty good hand.
The only downside is that this is a soft knockdown, and you can't really cast Arpeggio without some sort of setup. Uses a couple of
Okay,
cubes
well,
for it.
here it comes. Into bookmark full order.
Into. Has to find a burst here. Heart bait. Sylfie on
Okay,
top
finds a
of
burst.
this.
I love the air stall.
Yeah, the 8-way air movement, the way like it allows you to float first in fairly high position, and then you use one of your like 7, 8, or 9 inputs to sort of do a double jump, even higher than many characters can do in such a short amount of time to avoid the cubes.
The sneaky overhead spell.
Yeah, that sends Bedman so high up in the air. No anti-air this time. Can fast RC, get the error. But Zikra once again with the iron defense here.
Nice.
In the loop, choosing to not take the wall break
Oh,
immediately.
that's a big hit. And it kills, so with no mana.
Duel 2. Let's
pretty good starting hand.
Yep, a very varied repertoire of different kind of spells. And of course, to the other side, doesn't quite get the mix-up potential they were looking for out of that. And now with the empty hand, the head from downtown.
Yeah, they buffed the tracking on it, right?
Yeah, it goes much further and much faster, so it's like way harder to evade it in the current patches. Good challenge here. Yeah, like we said, eventually you will have to challenge against Bedman.
Good match.
Oh, nice evasion there. Even with the minus frames of White Wild Assault, you're taking the...
Insane air stall! Nice. Yeah, White Wild Assault is also very nice tool to have against Asuka, because it can let you just go through some cubes and probably hit him.
Yeah, now that you mention it, that's probably like one of the primary tools to induce RPS with. Because like there really is no counterplay to it, other than just blocking. But if you're just blocking, then it's quite dangerous.
Then you're not casting. Okay, nice. Ah, nice.
Fully charged malfunction into more loop. Yeah, once again, choosing to not take the wall break just
tried
yet.
6P in the middle, but it didn't connect. Yeah, Asuka doesn't have the best of corner defenses since he doesn't have reversals. He has, well, aside from Akilametra, but he has to rely a lot on universal mechanics and an okay-ish Abare. I think his Abare buttons are just, like, they're okay.
Yeah, pretty standard. He does have the
Yeah,
super
pretty
fast
standard.
super, which is not reversal, but
It's not a reversal, but it might as well be considering how fast it is.
and then of course, you know, technically you have the best defensive modifier in the game for a short while.
But yeah, it's probably preferable to keep him in the corner until you can get a super wall break.
Yeah, for sure.
Because it's not like he cannot really do much other than hard guess with buttons or universal mechanics.
Especially since it does seem like with Bedman you can drop the combo and reset into another, like, for example, malfunction to start the loop again.
Yeah, for sure. Oh, good throw. Really good throw out of the landing. Nice C, that's what I mean.
Yeah, that went through a lot of cubes, a lot of spells that didn't get value for Zigra. Yep, forcing the error here. And now the loop begins.
Never mind.
Yeah,
The loop is cancelled.
Tried to intercept Zigra jumping out of the corner, but the jumpy you didn't quite find the angle. And now this repertoire of spells looks pretty good. Start with the arpeggio.
Finds the back throw. Good match, really good match.
Dude, that's so cool that you can come out of the eight-way movement so fast that people's anti-air just end up whipping.
Nice.
I think tried to go for a TK screamer there. Alright, transitioning into test case 2, which is the interesting one.
Overhead.
Are we
This is
gonna
gonna be hard now.
We do cast that staff.
Oh, nice.
Don't give a shit about your staff. I have Wild Assault. Next transition to test case 3 here on the knockdown. Decent amount of mana still, so can afford to take a couple of hits at least.
Nice. Looking pretty good.
Dude, Deflect Shield didn't quite have the particle sphere there to combine with that.
Oh no! Nice, finds the white wild assault. Good YRC. Oh, and gets halved by the duty.
It was super close that the wild assault would have just killed on its own. But alas, I think you generally have to fully charge it to get a full combo.
Yeah,
But that
in most cases.
Yeah, that poses some.
You can maybe get something with a counter hit. I know Nago can, not sure about the other white wild assault users. But even those are pretty specific.
Once again, utilizing the meter economic features of the FRC.
That's a big anti-air. Oh, into the install? Nice. Oh, I heard it.
The dopamine surge. Boing!
Oh, the dopamine.
Oh, my combo is scaled. It's not anymore.
Hey, did you hear the ominous bell tone? Nice. Not too much damage due to the mana shield, but...
Wait.
Oh, you're gonna reach? No, not quite. I like the idea, but...
I was able to stall long enough to get the mana shield back. Still in test case 1 though, so only basic spells to play with for now. Got the guard crush stamp, I think.
Beautiful 60. Oh,
To the
okay.
other side.
Nasty. That was nasty.
That was like looking. That was a basic ass mix-up. It's like I think the kind of stuff that many other characters can do as well, but you don't really see that kind of stuff from Bedman very often. So catching you off guard.
Nice. Goes through the screamer.
Yeah, Sylfie definitely value.
Oh, this is gonna hit.
So
Yeah,
fast.
not a reversal, but it's so fast.
It's like what? I actually want to check how fast it is. It's like.
It's 6+1, so 7 in total. It's
Yeah,
super
it's-
fast.
Yeah, that is extremely fast. Going in
Nice.
best case 3 here. But now
Nice, good project.
gets the error rolling. This is where it gets tough. Has the meter for the FRC shenanigans. The shenanigans does it.
Gong. Oh no, just barely unsticks in time. But no mana, so... Gonna have to get creative. Never mind.
Was probably hoping to draw some of the better enabler spells. Oh, draws Arpeggio now.
Okay,
This is basically to stall for time.
more plus frame. Nice.
But can't stall against White Wild Assault.
Now there we go, hits this time.
Yeah, the further the set has progressed, the more that Wild Assault has been playing a role. It's like
It's super good against Asuka.
the whole nature of the neutral just changes completely as soon as Bedman hits that 50 burst marker.
Yeah, it is pretty committal for it costing burst, but I think it's really, really good, so it doesn't really matter so much in the end. Oh, I think Bedman just 6 speed. Yeah, oh!
Yo, it
Oh
does
no!
the first. That's a close slash. The wall gives up a little too early, so Sylfie still has a chance here. Yep, minus. That's the. Yeah, that's the counter play. Block it and take your turn.
Duel 1. Let's rock.
Interception with the jump B. Ooh, but the screamer covers such a long distance.
Nice. Setting up a meteor.
to be honest,
I didn't even know it could cross there.
I want to say, like,
Nice.
if you didn't get that mana shield, maybe that's not worth it, but definitely, like, I would go for any kind of mix-up, even if it puts you in bad position, if you can, like, get a chance to get the shield broken. That's a punish. Good block on the overhead.
Good block on the overhead.
Oh.
Nice, very good checking on the cubes. Like, one thing that's really important to remember when you're playing against Asuka, that if you are checking the cubes, he's not gonna be regenerating almost any meter. And the further away he's casting spells, the more mana he's actually going to use.
Yep, it's not optional. It's kind of like you have to challenge them, otherwise you're just losing automatically.
Yes, and if you can get Asuka to approach you, it's really good. It's good for you.
It's a really nice hand here, but do we even get to utilize it? I got the reset, yeah, instead of finishing the combo, just sets up a really nasty looking Garker situation with that bomb head.
Duel 1. Let's rock.
Yeah, Sylfie really favoring the fast startup of the Wild Assault over the charged Wild Assault, which, even though it can combo, it's like considerably slower startup.
Well, I think the in-bloom frames start on the same frame, so technically it's like, if speaking strictly about the iframes, then it's not as much of a difference.
Sure. But it does open up counterplays such as like
True.
reaction throwing, which is really not available for the non-charged version because it's way too fast.
I mean, you can do it on a read, but if you are wrong, then you're just gonna explode like this.
Right, lots of that burst in the tank, looking good for Sylfie. TKDP, and survives to tell the tale as well. Wait, is that just a safe thing to do?
TKDP?
Yeah.
I've been told that Asuka's, if they want to DP spell on round start, then they want to go for the TK version, but I'm not fully sure why.
It certainly seems way harder to punish than the grounded version. Right, able to draw the full hand before the burst.
Oh, the jump is such a good button.
Oh, again the cross up to the other side! That'll put Sylfie on even points here, 4-4.
Damn.
Yeah, I think the adjustment sort of favoring Sylfie here slowly. I have to see if ZikradvD can figure something out.
Nice.
I mean, honestly, I see Arpeggio cast. I would Wild Assault immediately as well.
This is so true, so true. I think she messed up the setup. Now she's in the corner. That's a good hit.
That should be enough, probably.
Oh
yeah.
no! Let me down.
It was backed up by a lot of the best buffs from Test Case 3 as well. Ooh, bouncing out of the corner. But still quite a lot of damage.
Aha, nice. The sneaky jumpy. Honestly, the Batman re-jump combos look super fun. Especially with jumpy like these. These look so fun.
Ooh, good block on the overhead. But Sylfie still has juice in the tank. In fact, 100.
Nice.
Never gonna end. Yeah, that was basically, I think that was just a straight up checkmate, because ZikradvD didn't even have a Dblx shield there left to play.
Yeah. Nice,
There we go.
good match.
Yep.
Really good match.
The if you try to charge the malfunction to make it more effective or more plus, it is gonna have a gap.
Okay, we got the install. Oh.
Marcy once again to guarantee the Dark Crush pressure.
Nice. Oh, the air stalls are so good. Oh, you just goes through! Just goes through all of them with Beyblade!
I mean, it is a multi-hitter. That was...
It is a multi-hitter. That's actually insane. I never even thought of that.
Yeah, that basically crushed through, I think, the green cube, which sends three projectiles together. And I mean, I guess if you just become a huge hitbox, then it doesn't matter that they sort of spread around.
Let's play the Beyblade opening.
There it is again!
Ooh, there it is!
And the BRC popping the shield! And this is basically Zikr can't do anything!
Yeah, this is a really scary situation.
I'm surprised, like, Sylfie is taking new option after new option out of the bag. Not the greatest hand. We do have one of the good staffs, I think. Discarded the...
Get a throw. That gives you a little time to redraw. Much better. Oh, jumps into the fatty cube.
Yeah, the hard part is like when you plummet yourself into the sky with the 8-way movement, when you're coming down, that's the dangerous part. Oh. Avoided the bomb head, the use of teleport. Go again. Lacking some straight up attack spells, however, the backwards jump, the defensive maneuver.
Very good, very good. Okay, we got a couple of screamers. Nice.
Straight in best case 3. Activating the buffs. This looks really good. There's another auto bookmark available as well, so all the spells will be automatically drawn for the next 5 seconds.
The 5D.
Ooh, crosses up with that into arpeggio, left, right.
Nice. Yeah, the teleport left rights are so scary.
They do carry a little bit of risk. One, you might teleport yourself in the corner, and if the opponent blocks properly, well, you are in the corner now. Two, it'll put Asuka close to you, so burst becomes a available option, especially if you teleport into the corner and they get bursted in there.
Yeah. Let's find some new spells. That's a very good hand.
We also have the acceleration staff active in the background.
Oh,
So-
Jesus. The screamer into teleport into Screamer. That was pretty scary. Good on Sylfie for blocking all of that.
Nice, was able to activate the auto bookmark while airborne as well.
Oh no, this is scary.
Send all the spells!
And it's still not enough.
Yeah.
They gave Batman that HP buff, and it's you can really see it working these days. He has an insane amount of EHP now. Ah, nice. Really good jump Screamer. No? Trying to zone.
I wonder if this shift to the zoning mode is due to the hand that Zikr has. Like, if you
Oh, absolutely.
if you don't have a lot of long range potential, then all right, I'm gonna zone a little bit then.
Oh, nice. Nice 6p into Beyblade. That works really well.
From half screen away, gets the guard crush, and still has the FRC ready to go. Good block on
Nice. Blocks the overhead.
Got the backdash with glow slash, however. No big follow-up. Cycling resources, though. Shishimi! Was that a hit? Yeah, it was.
Yes.
Straight into a wall break.
Nice.
Brave plays.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Sylfie.
Ah, nice.
Not waiting for that blue burst.
Even though White World saw this -3, she had the error backing her up. Home insurance, if you will. Ah, nice.
Ooh, at the most crucial moment, Zigra taking the lead. At the very precipice of the end of this set, 6-5. Can Sylfie make the small comeback here?
Oh, yeah, she made the big comeback. I believe in the small comeback as well.
Time to loop it. Here come the guard crushes.
Nice, good jump.
Wow. Using the forward RC, or the drift RC to nullify the deflect shield, but still got hit there. Nice interception. 2 arpeggios. If we get the cast, you're in big trouble. We have a teleport to follow it up as well, without arpeggio this time. Oh, the bookmark activated as well. So now only the mana is the issue. Which is going to be remedied by the mana buff as well. Yeah, there we go.
Nice, good job.
YRC is also akin to this, among the same problems as like when you teleport next to the opponent. There could be YRC, there could be burst. Wow!
Wow!
Shiki, but then the 6P actually having time to go for the low profile there.
Oh, the head bump actually goes over.
To the other side. Oh, that's a tricky.
Nice.
Extending. Sylfie is going to be out of tension for a while here.
Oh, that's a big hit, no mana.
One hit, anything is good. That's so dirty. Sending like the malfunction error there and hiding it, the 5D behind that explode, like the fire and the flames.
Hey, as long as it works.
Yeah, I think that's like one of the BMB strategies that Bedman players like to use.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, Sylfie's definitely looking at Zigra's hand, trying to bait out the DP. Finally comes out in the end.
Really good 6P. Nice, finds a hit. Not enough, quite enough to wall stick, and oh, the 6P from Zigra. Okay. Nice!
Oh, the crucial
Again.
Wi-Fi assault! Now in the commanding position, the 2P!
Oh,
the 2P ends up not anti-airing! So Sylfie moves to even position, 6 each.
Duel 1.
Oh.
In our last matchup of the evening.
Nice!
Wow.
Good interrupt from Zigra.
That's gonna be really good knowledge of the matchup. Zigra seems to be 6Ping at all the right moments. Into the rare throw.
Oh. But now she's out of the corner. Maybe preferable. Oh, nice!
5P here!
The knife flick!
How? I mean, I guess Zigra did play the same sequence earlier.
Oh, that's just a throw at him. Not quite enough to kill, but this is a really scary situation for Zigra.
It's really hard to justify pressing the deflect shield button here when you're this low health. That would mean you're gonna go into potentially the last round with 0 burst resources whatsoever.
Oh, actually interrupts the overhead spell. Very nice.
Right, resources burned on this corner carry. To the other side with the teleport,
No,
missed the burst!
Oh no!
This is exactly the kind of stuff that Zigra needed, and went for a mana-less sort of corner carry conversion looking thing as well. White Blind Assault completely crushing the arpeggio. This could be the end. Mana shield extremely low. Claw slash.
Oh,
That's definitely a pop.
That's
Super.
definitely-
You're dead.
You're dead. Oh no.
And Sylfie, indeed, ends up making the small comeback.
Insane, Sid.
Wins.
The combination of like the White Wild Assault, super at all the right moments, especially to nullify some of the more problematic spells, such as the arpeggios, the sort of ability to check those teleports, especially that one on the last game, the 5p. I'm pretty sure that was just a straight up 5p, right? Or maybe 6p, but like the idea was probably to prevent Asuka from teleporting. Like,
Yeah, I think I'm pretty sure it was a 5p.
Oh wait, what's the fireball input? Is it 236p?
Yeah, I think so.
So that could have potentially been it as well. I guess we shall never know, but it ended up working out, and it ended up swinging the momentum in Sylfie's favor just enough to steal the set back at the very last moment. Good stuff. Well then, that would be all of our matches for tonight. A lot of really good matches as well. I'm especially happy that the last second matchup ended up working out so well. The Whale versus DB one. Saves me from all the shame of setting people completely off skill bracket against one another.
It happened.
But yeah,
Like as long as we have to do this manually, then there's always room for human error. It is what it is.
Yeah. Let's see, I thought is gender neutral moved to a later slot than usual?
Doesn't it start pretty late in general? Usually.
I
Oh well, no, it's already 9:30. Maybe it's not on this week.
Trying to pick one rage source at random. I guess Wanted Frankie is online, so we could go for that raid. Yeah, let's do that. But yeah, thank you so much for watching this week. Thank you for casting as well, Altini. Always fun times.
Always fun.
If you wanna shout out something, you can do it at this very moment.
I just drink water. I'm good.
Oh shit, I was just drinking water. But yeah, if you want to join the fun, for example, next week, you can join my Discord, and we'll put the sign-up forms up in just a moment after the stream goes offline. And yeah, we'll play these every Sunday 5 p.m. CEST till the end of time, or I guess until the next Guilty Gear game comes out, if ever. Anyway, it's been fun. We'll see you next Sunday once again. Till then, stay safe, play Guilty Gear, and let me hit this raid button first. Okay, bye-bye.
Bye bye.